Well, good evening everyone and welcome to the Rush Green Stadium. Yes, after a flurry of League and FA Youth Cup action, the Hammers get back to the rather large matter of defending their Under-18 Premier League Cup crown. Like West Ham, tonight's quarter-final opponents, Aston Villa, have also spent the last 12 months awash with silverware. Yes, the current FA Youth Cup and Under-18 Premier League South and National champions will be looking to upset the apple cart and gain their own slice of revenge after the Hammers saw off the villains in the league back in October. 32 teams started the Under-18 Premier League Cup, and tonight one of West Ham and Aston Villa will be departing the competition whilst the other moves into the last four. Who will it be? Well, there's only one way to find out, and the only place to watch it is right here on the Hammers YouTube channel. Yes, it's West Ham United v Aston Villa for a place in the 2025-26 Under-18 Premier League Cup semi-final, and it game on here at the Rush Green Stadium. Well, a big thank you to all of you for tuning in. We are nice early kickoff today, 6:30 kickoff, about 6 minutes or so away from getting underway. I'll give a few people a shout out very shortly, but before we do that, should we have a quick look at tonight's lineup, shall we? Troy's just posted it already, I can see in the live chat, but here's the official lineup coming up on your screen now. Let's start with the home side, West Ham United, and it looks a little bit like this. Your goalkeeper is Lionel Ewesu, 2 is Harry Montagu, 3 is Joe Scanlon, 4 is Emmanuel Fujukwu, 5 is Callum Leacock, he's your captain tonight as well, 6 is Reggie Morris, 7 is Andre Dyke, 8 is Isaac Thomas, 9 is Chuck Obi, 10 is Lewis Beckford, and 11 is Jepto Middine. Your substitutes for the Hammers this evening, 12 is Thomas Jonla, 13 is Tommy Goodyear, 14 is Connor Brooks, 15 is Tyrone Omatoy, and 16 is Joel Kerr. For the visitors tonight, Aston Villa, they look a little bit like this. Your goalkeeper is number 1, Owen Asamoah, 2 is Lenin Melhuish, 3 is Teddy Bloomfield, 4 is Leon Roof, 5 is Woody Burgess, he's your captain tonight, 6 is Max Jenner, 7 is Bradley Burrows, 8 is Fletcher Boyd, 9 is Marky Mead, 10 is Alfie Linsky, 11 is Oliver Bindley, and your substitutes for Aston Villa tonight, 13 is Cole Ramsey, 12 is Cole Ramsey, 13 is Reece Oakley, 14 is Rodrigo Fort, 15 is Finlay Barnard, and 16 is Jack McGrath. Well, as ever, thank you to all of you for tuning in, and a lot of you getting in contact with me already on the live chat on the West Ham United YouTube channel. I just want to give a shout out to Harry, who's tuning in tonight, and Troy as well, join us all the time. Thank you guys. Michael Rose is with us as well, and Steve Cox too. Toby's here as well, so a big thank you to all of you for watching, and I know a lot of you joined us last night as well. We had a lengthy trip back last night from the northeast as the under-21s drew 3-3 away at Middlesbrough. Quite a dramatic game, wasn't it? The Hammers raced into a 3-goal lead, but Middlesbrough did peg them back. Just a quick reminder of what else we've got coming up for you on the West Ham United YouTube channel. The under-21s are back in action this Friday night away at Fulham at Motspur Park. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff in Premier League 2. I'll be on commentary for that one. You can watch it live. My name's Ian Waterhouse. I'll be guiding you through the action tonight. Do keep me company. I can see your comments in the live chat, and if you've ever listened to my commentary, you'll know that I do like to give shout outs to you as well. So first question, very, very simple. It's always the same, but where in the world are you watching from? Are you in the UK? If so, whereabouts in the UK? Are you overseas? I want to know what country, what city, what town, what village. Let me know. I'll give you a shout out. I've got a few quiz questions as usual coming up for you all, and those of you who didn't tune in last night, I'll give you a little update on how the West Ham Academy players are getting on at their respective loan clubs. Jensen's just asked what time is kickoff. 6:30. We are not far from getting underway. In fact, I can see the players are lining up. They're just about to make their way on to the pitch here at Rush Green. It is West Ham United under-18s against Aston Villa under-18s in the Premier League Under-18 Cup. It's the quarter-finals, and guess what, everybody? It has to be settled tonight as well. If it is a draw after 90 minutes, we'll go to extra time and then, if needed, a penalty shootout. So Jensen is watching in Norwich. Kevin is in Dagenham, actually near Rush Green, but on my sofa resting. I don't blame you, Kevin. We've got Troy's watching in Raynham. We've got Craig watching in Hemel Hempstead. Is anybody watching from overseas? Let me know. Toby says, how was the drive last night? Long it was. And I did, if you tuned in last night as well, we had Up at Bishop Auckland's ground up in Middlesbrough, we had a Sainsbury's up there, we had a KFC, we had a Lidl. I actually ended up getting a meal deal for the drive home, which was very nice indeed. So thank you very much. West Ham United Charlie says Joe Scanlon is some player. Yeah, he certainly is. And something we must do actually is give a bit of a shout out as well to the under-17s who have also made the final. So congratulations to the West Ham under-17s who have made the final of the Premier League Cup. They beat Crystal Palace by 3-2. In fact, a number of players playing tonight were in that squad as well. So Tommy Goodyear was the goalkeeper in that game. In fact, it was a Tyrone Amatoy 95th minute strike that sealed the deal, which is pretty impressive stuff indeed. In fact, West Ham will face either West Bromwich Albion or Blackburn in the final of the under-17s Premier League Cup. And who knows, the under-18s could recreate the glory from last April when West Ham beat Reading 2-1 to lift the trophy for the very first time. So, here we go. Players about to make their way out onto the pitch. And here they come now. It's a big night for West Ham and Aston Villa. Aston Villa, of course, as we've mentioned, are the FA Youth Cup holders. They're through to the 5th round as well. They've got Wrexham up next. The last under-18s game we did live was that dramatic game against Everton, wasn't it, in the FA Youth Cup. Unfortunately, it finished 2-2. After 90 minutes, we went to a penalty shootout and Everton won that by 3-0. So West Ham under-18s are out of the FA Youth Cup, whereas Aston Villa are looking to defend the title. They will face Wrexham up next. For the under-18s, they've got a bit of a break after this one. They will be in under-18 Premier South action next on Valentine's Day at home against Leicester City. That will be a 12 o'clock kickoff. A lot of you getting in contact again. Please do keep your comments coming in. As I said, I can see them. We've got a lot of fun coming up for you tonight as well. Of course, the huge matter of this quarter final tie. But I do like to try and make it as entertaining as possible. Please do keep me company as usual in that live chat. We've got Mr. Blue Tone is watching in Edinburgh. Gary Watts is watching in Cyprus in Paphos. Colin is watching in Anglesey in North Wales. That's an area I know very well. There's a motorsport track in Anglesey, North Wales, which I visit every year with the work I do in motorsport. So I know the area well. I've got somebody watching from Portugal, watching in Porto as well. Is this the second game you're covering today? It's not the second game today. We did a game last night. We did the under-21s last night. That finished Middlesbrough 3, West Ham 3. And I will be back in action on Friday as well for the under-21s as they take on Fulham. So here we go. We are moments away from getting underway. There is your captain, Callum Leacock, tonight. Who is going to get us started? Just going through some of the formalities here. Leacock, the captain, the 17-year-old defender for West Ham, joined the Hammers from Linfield. He's a Northern Ireland under-17 international, joined in July. Some of the final formalities. So how it works, if you're unfamiliar with the under-18 Premier League Cup and want to know how it works, 32 teams in total. There's 4 teams in 8 groups. And the top team progresses. It's quite simple. That's kind of how it works. West Ham United's group featured Sunderland, Nottingham Forest and Ipswich. West Ham beat Sunderland by 3-1, beat Forest 2-1 and stuffed Ipswich 5-0. Chuck Obi, who starts tonight for West Ham, he got a hat-trick in that game. For Aston Villa, well, they came through top of Group B. They beat Liverpool 2-1. They beat Newcastle by 7-1. Yes, you heard me right. 7-1. Marky Mead, who starts tonight for the Villains, he got a hat-trick in that game. And McGrath, who's on the bench, he got a brace. And he also beat Leicester 3-2 to top their group. So Marky Mead has 4 goals in this competition. McGrath has 3 for West Ham. It's Andre Dyke who's got 3 in it. Chuck Obi has got 3 as well. Dyke is on the score sheet against Sunderland. In fact, he got all 3 against Sunderland. He got himself a hat-trick. So we're about to get underway. It is going to be that man, Obi, with the very first kick of the game here at Rush Green. West Ham United under-18s against Aston Villa under-18 for a place in the semi-final of the 2025 under-18 Premier League Cup. Thanks for joining us, everyone. And here we go. Well, form has been good, though, for West Ham. In fact, they beat Southampton 5-2 in the last game. That was in the under-18 Premier South. Before that, it was a win against Birmingham as well. In fact, it's 10 wins from 13 in all competitions for West Ham United coming into this one. And for Aston Villa, they've just had 1 win in the last 3. Conceded 7 in their last 3 in all competitions as well. So we should see goals tonight. Aston Villa holding the ball at the minute. Max Jenner with it now, the England under-16 international. There's your captain, Woody Burgess, for the Villains tonight, the German defender. Joined Aston Villa from Cheltenham. Aston Villa over already 5 times FA Youth Cup winners. And here is Burgess now. The ball's back with Nonra Wesu, 18-year-old goalkeeper. Saved a pen actually at this stage of the competition last season against Manchester United in the penalty shootout. And actually started in the win over Reading. 2-1 it was back in April at the Reading Select Car Leasing Stadium. Nice ground. It was formerly known as the Medeski Stadium. Rain coming down here at the Rush Green in Romford. Now it's been picked up by Lewis Beckford, but called back. O'Brien says, "Come on, you Irons," from Scotland. And we've got somebody watching from Georgia in America as well, all over the world. Thank you so much. We'll get a quiz question going fairly soon, but let's just get a few minutes into the game, shall we? Here is Fujikwu now. Fujikwu has been amongst the goals. He scored against Southampton last time out in that 5-2 win. Aston Villa come into this one after a bit of a thumping. They lost 4-1 at home against Brighton and Hove Albion in the under-18 Premier. Henry Barnard, who's on the bench tonight, he got the goal there. They did beat Fleetwood though in the FA Youth Cup before that. And lost to Tottenham 1-0 away. They've only had 2 clean sheets all season of Aston Villa when they beat Birmingham 6-0. That would have been a very satisfying result for the Villains. And they also beat Brighton 2-0 away. So a bit of revenge there for the Seagulls against Aston Villa. They've scored 12 goals though in the under-18 Premier League Cup phase. It's the joint highest with Manchester United. Aston Villa though looking to break here over on the left side. Here's Bloomfield. Reggie Morris, who got the first touch just to take it away, and here's the danger man, Andre Dyke. 13 goals to his name this season. Hat-trick against Sunderland. In fact, I was actually on commentary for Crystal Palace in the game against West Ham up at Crystal Palace training ground, and Andre Dyke scored a last-minute winner to nick all the points for the Hammers. And the ball's into the centre circle here. 3.5 minutes played. Very early stages, no chances in the game as of yet. If you're just tuning in, hello, you're more than welcome. It's great to have you along tonight. That was Harry Montague. Harry Montague was part of the under-17 semi-final side, winning side against Crystal Palace as well. There has been a quarter-final already played in the under-18 Premier League Cup. Bristol City losing 3-0 against Tottenham Hotspur. The other 2 quarter-finals, Peterborough are at home against Crystal Palace. That game's not been played until the 17th of February. And West Bromwich Albion are at home against Manchester United. That game's been played on the 10th. And so it's an opportunity for the Hammers to get the name in the hat early on. Here's Beckford.
Yes, Turks! Ready, Turks!
Got David watching from New Zealand. Stephanie's here tonight with us from Romford. Great to have you along, Stephanie, a regular watcher. Here's Dyke now though for West Ham. The ball's been moved into the box. You can see Chuck Obi lurking and waiting for it. It goes over the top, but it was Lennon Melhuish who just did enough to shield the ball away. West Ham still in possession though, in the deep in the Villa's area. Now it goes back though, and it's opportunity for Aston Villa to reset. Here's Reggie Morris. Second start in the Premier League Cup for Morris tonight. The 16-year-old was the captain of the West Ham under-16s last season, was Morris. Scott tuning in from Canada. Thank you, Scott. Great to have you along. You can see there, can't you, on the camera, the rain bucketing down. In fact, it's been raining pretty much all day down here. Great job by the staff here at West Ham to get this game on. There have been a few games, quite a few games in the south of England, further up the pyramid that have been called off tonight. So good job by the West Ham ground staff. Great work by Obi. Wrestling the ball away there from Burgess. Strong footwork there. That was Medine. His brother Jeff Rose played last night for the under-21s against Middlesbrough. Danger, the counter-attack just snuffed away and the long ball goes out. Tony, he says, come on you Irons, watching from Suffolk tonight. Steve is watching from Chesterfield. Nothing else matters, says, you're not just a West Ham commentator. I do a lot of West Ham. I do dip in with a few other clubs as well. I do a little bit of work for, don't hate me for it, I do a little bit of work for Crystal Palace, quite a lot of work for DAZN, especially for up at Boreham Wood on the National League TV coverage, and a few local clubs as well. But I've got to be honest, and I'm going to say it, doing the under-21s and under-18s for West Ham, probably my favourite, you know, definitely. Here's Teddy Bloomfield though for Aston Villa, trying to break, but it's muscled off the ball by Andre Dyke. Strong play by the number 7 for the Hammers.
If the centre half comes out, take him down and turn and run in the channel.
What a season Andre Dyke is having, the 17-year-old. He scored 2 in 8 appearances for the under-18s when he was just 15 years old. Andre Dyke, a real player to watch out for, has been capped by England at under-16 and under-17 level. In fact, he scored on his under-17s debut for England against Mexico. And in that game, Lonra Ewesu, the goalkeeper for West Ham tonight, that's when he made his England debut, and he kept a clean sheet as well. So it was a very good day that for Ewesu, England and Andre Dyke. Toby's watching from the back of the taxi right now. Scott says Villa 18s look pretty decent. We'll have a tough match. Yeah, I think we will be in for a good game tonight. Remember, if it is a draw after 90, we go to extra time, and if needed, a penalty shootout. This has to be settled this evening. It is for a space in the last 4 of the under-18 Premier League Cup. West Ham, of course, defending the crown, which they won back in April against Reading, 2-1 that day. Josh Ajala got a brace. In fact, he was on the score sheet last night for the under-21s in that 3-3 draw. As I said, goals is a likely scenario tonight. Aston Villa have scored in 15 of their 18 games played in all competitions, and West Ham has scored in the last 14 in all competitions, so a 0-0 looks a very unlikely situation this evening. I might have just put commentator's curse on that. Thank you, Harry, for the chant. I love that. And yes, West Ham are in the maroon. Aston Villa now with the ball. Gives it to Teddy Bloomfield. Bloomfield was on the bench in Aston Villa's 4-1 defeat against Brighton and Hove Albion last time out. He's a full-back. He was part of the Youth Cup and Under-18 Premier League South and National winning side. Actually joined the club from Ipswich, did Teddy Bloomfield, the Aston Villa at number 3 this evening. Francis says 2-2 full-time, 3-0 Pens for West Ham. Well, that's exactly how it was actually in the FA Youth Cup tie against Everton, although unfortunately it was Everton who won the penalty shootout by 3 goals at 2. We had Mark Phillips with us that night on co-commentary. Unfortunately, I don't have him, so I'm by myself tonight, but I've got you all in the live chat keeping me company, so thank you very much. the ball's played over. Here is Dyke on the right-hand side. Is there an opportunity to get bodies flooding into the box? 10 minutes on the clock. Dyke. He's so quick and he's so strong. Goes down in the box, but the referee just waves it away. He's not interested, and Villa pick it up deep in their own half. The ball pumped forward, now into the West Ham half, and Wesu picks it up. Let's have another look at it. What do you think? In the live chat, it's Bloomfield there, up against Andre Dyke. I've got to be honest, with in a balanced play, it looks something a little bit out of nothing, really. We'll continue. 11 minutes played here at Rush Green Stadium. 0-0. Yes, you're right. Sorry, Guitarman. I was just replying to a comment. They are, of course, in the claret. Well, Joe Harvey, it was his birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Joe. Aston Villa here in a free kick in a dangerous position. It looked like more a tangle of legs than anything. That is Marky Mead, the number 9, going down under the challenge from Callum Leacock. Wins the free kick in a dangerous position, just at the edge of the box, left side. Teddy Bloomfield is stood there. It doesn't look like he's interested in taking it, though. He walks away. The number 7 is Bradley Burrows. It's been left. It goes to the back post. It's headed right across the face of goal. Bloomfield's going to let it run out of play. And it is going to be a corner. Let's have another look at this. I think it was Alfie Linsky who took it. It was the number 10. In it came. Bloomfield leaves it, but actually I thought it came off Aston Villa head there. But it is a corner for the Villains. First corner of the game. It goes the way of the visitors. Defending from corners was a bit of an issue last night for the under-21s. Let's hope it's not the same for the under-18s this evening. First real big opportunity of the game for Aston Villa. It comes in and the whistle had gone anyway. It did actually hit the post, but the referee had already blown up. And it's corner. The attacking threat from Aston Villa comes to nothing. Hello Fisher says, I don't think I've ever watched a game where it's not raining. Yeah, certainly not in January in England. Jensen says it's your birthday today. Well, happy birthday, Jensen. Another call. And again, another Aston Villa attack comes to nothing. That's the number 9 again, Mead picking it up and into the path of Alfie Linsky. Looks like it's straight offside though, so it comes to nothing. Yeah, Marky Mead certainly a player to watch out for. 7 goals for him this season. Got that hat-trick against Newcastle in that 7-1 win in the Under-18 Premier League Cup. He's got 4 in total in this competition. He's a 17-year-old, is Marky Mead. Certainly a player to watch out for tonight. As is Alfie Linsky as well. 8 goals to his name. But he's the top goal scorer for Aston Villa this season. Villa again starting to grow in confidence in the game. That was Bradley Burrows whipping the ball in, but it's put out of play by Harry Montague. If in doubt, kick it out, as they say, but it's going to be another corner for Aston Villa. 15 minutes almost up here at the Rush Green Stadium. 0-0. And it's Alfie Linsky who's going to head over to take this corner. Bloomfield has come short, but I think it's going to be put into the box, this one. No, plays short to Bloomfield. The ball dinked in, it should be dealt with, and is. Now it's a bit of a foot race here. Ball goes all the way back to Asamoah in goal. Former Arsenal goalkeeper is Owen Asamoah, joined in 2024. Was the regular keeper again for Aston Villa as they won the Under-18 Premier South and national title and FA Youth Cup, of course. I know we've mentioned it a few times. I'll stop talking about it now, I promise. Well, with the ball in the West Ham half at the feet now of Owesu, I think it's time for our first quiz question. I didn't even get them all in yesterday because there was so much action going on. But let's try and get the first one in nice and early, shall we? As we always do a bit of an alphabet football team quiz question. Of course, Aston Villa begins with the letter A. A little bit different this one, though, because there are 11 teams in total, including Aston Villa, in Europe's top 5 leagues that begin with the letter A. So Europe's top 5 leagues, that's the Premier League, the English Premier League, Liga 1 in France, Serie A in Italy, La Liga in Spain, and of course the Bundesliga in Germany. So Aston Villa are 1. There are 10 other teams in those top 5 divisions across Europe that begin with the letter A. Who are they? No Googling, we don't allow cheating here, or you can do what you want because I can't police it, but do whatever you like. But pop your answers in that live chat. Just try and do it off your own football knowledge. It's just for fun. But how many of the 10 teams beginning with the letter A in Europe's top 5 leagues can you name? So that's in the English Premier League, Liga 1 in France, Serie A in Italy, La Liga in Spain, and the Bundesliga in Germany. I can tell you there is at least one in each of those 5 leagues. West Ham just struggling to get out their own half a little bit now, trying to mount an attack here. If it's going to come from anybody, it's probably going to come from this man Dyke. He does so well to turn the 2 Villa players and work his way into a little bit of space. He's got Beckford over on the right hand side. Maybe Dyke fancies going it alone. Now he gives the ball to Beckford. Obi is waiting in the box. He decides to go long over to the far side with Medine. Dean is adamant he was pulled back a little bit. Scanlon's going to head over and wins the ball. Joe Scanlon working his way into the box, drills it in low. It's a bit of a flurry of bodies. It falls out wide to Montague. Brings it back into the centre of the park. Here's Leacock switching it over to the left side now. Well, a bit of attacking intent coming from the Hammers there. Here is Montague. I think this game is going to twist and turn. The pendulum of momentum is going to constantly shift in this game. It's going to be close. It's going to be hard to call. 2 very good teams going toe-to-toe this evening. Leonard Brooks says, did I get my meal deal yesterday? Yes, I was asking for some food tips up in the northeast. We had a Sainsbury's in view, a Lidl and KFC. I've already mentioned it to Harry, but I did get a meal deal, actually, Leonard. I got a chicken triple sandwich with barbecue beef hula hoops, and it was very, very good indeed. Very much needed as well. I don't have so far to go home tonight, so I'll probably just eat at home. Dyke gives the ball to Morris. Back with Owesu in goal for the Hammers. And thank you for a lot of you as well for getting your quiz question answers in. Michael Rose has put Anderlecht and Troy's put Ajax. They do begin with A. They're great. They're not in Europe's top 5 leagues. However, good shout. We'll accept them. We'll accept them. In fact, just give me any team that begins with the letter A in any of Europe's top leagues. Any will be absolutely fine. Doesn't just have to be the 5 divisions, as I said. Let's open it up. Let's make it a bit bigger. There is Thomas switching the ball. Now it goes back to Owesu, and West Ham just quite happy to slow the play down a little bit here. Do you know what, guys? You've actually done me on one of those as well. You're right, AFC Bournemouth does count, and I must admit I didn't get AS Monaco myself, so well done to you all for picking me up on AS Monaco there. Thank you very much for that. So that takes our total up to 12 now, doesn't it, including Aston Villa. So yes, brilliant stuff. Any other teams beginning with A? We've opened up the question now. It doesn't just have to be in Liga 1 or the Premier League, Serie A, La Liga or Bundesliga. Why not add in the Belgian top flight league or the Eredivisie? In fact, if you know any teams beginning with A in the Bulgarian league, feel free. Or the Hungarian league. The Hungarian league quite apt because we do have a West Ham academy player. Christian Hegyi, of course, is on loan at NTK Budapest in the Hungarian top flight. They're just coming back into action after their winter break. Ben Brown says Altrincham. Yes, Altrincham. I know the National League very well. In fact, I've commentated on Altrincham quite a few times. In fact, a good friend of mine is the manager there at Altrincham, Neil Gibson, the former Wealdstone manager. In fact, Neil Gibson is he took Connors Key Town into the Europa Conference League a few years ago. Of course, the Europa Conference League, a competition West Ham fans we all know very well, don't we? Here's an opportunity for look at the footwork, look at the speed here of Bradley Burrows charging into the box, gets the shot away, and I think it bounces off the post and goes out of play. Wow, Bradley Burrows. Well, if he doesn't make it into the senior side, maybe he could make it as a 100-metre sprinter. Absolutely launched himself here. The ball was nipped back by Isaac Thomas, and Bradley Burrows absolutely launching himself forward. I actually think it just hit the slight upwardy diagonal uprights there. Oh, I'm loving all of these answers. AS Roma, of course. I didn't get AS Roma either. Thank you for that one. In fact, next time I'm not even going to write the answer. I'm just going to ask you all for your own answers because you do a great job. I love doing these quiz question answers, and thank you so much. Keep them coming in, everybody. I've got more quizzes coming up for you. I can't believe we're 22 and a half. We're halfway through the first half already. Where does the time go? If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and that subscribe button as well. We've got 920 of you tuning in for tonight's game. Corner coming up though for Aston Villa. I'll just give you a quick rundown very shortly of what is coming up for the West Ham United teams, the men's senior, the women's in the WSL, of course the under-21s, and what's up next for the under-18s. But here is Bloomfield with the ball. Second time they've played that corner, isn't it? Aston Villa. Here's Bindley now for the Villains. Switched it over to the left-hand side. Here is Linsky now. They did have Max Jenner there trying to feed it through. The ball comes in his box. Wesu will quite happily take that. Scott says Villa looks like they have some bite. They seem to be playing very organised. Yeah, as we said, they are the under-18 Premier League champions, although a lot of the players from that particular team are either out on loan now or have stepped up into the under-21s. There are still a few, of course, even tonight, who were part of that, what they're calling it a treble success, because they won the South under-18 division, but and then they beat Manchester City in the overall national final as well. The under-18 division works as a set league, and then the top two from the north, sorry, the top team from the north and the top team from the south then compete in the national final, and that was Manchester City against Aston Villa last summer, with Aston Villa winning that particular night. Scott's got to go back to work. We're going to miss you, Scott. Somebody wants to give as a quiz question. Of course you can, absolutely. Yeah, pop it in the live chat. This is an interactive game tonight. I want to hear from you all. Please do keep them coming in.
Does that make sense?
If we've got any Aston Villa fans tuning in as well, I want to hear from you. You are more than welcome. It's great to have you along. Don't be shy. Let us know if you're a Villa fan. I can vouch for all of the West Ham fans in this live chat, especially. I've been doing this for a while now this season. And it's great to see a lot of familiar faces, a lot of new people as well joining us tonight. It's great to have you along. It is a safe place to come and watch your football. So Harry Montague is going to take this throw now for West Ham inside the Aston Villa half. Played in that under-17 semi-final win over Crystal Palace, Harry Montague. Congratulations to them. It will be West Bromwich Albion or Blackburn in the final. And if West Ham get through tonight in the semi-final, they'll meet either Tottenham, who are already into the last four. Peterborough and Crystal Palace have still got to play each other. And West Bromwich Albion and Manchester United make up the other quarter-final. Amy's got in contact. There's a few of us watching from Leicester supporting our nephew who's playing for Aston Villa. Oh, good stuff. David Frieden is a Villa fan and proud. Patrick says, which former West Ham player has the most England caps? That's a great question, Patrick. Come on, in that live chat, everybody. I know a lot of you will get that pretty much straight away. Your engagement in that live chat keeps me nice and warm in a cold, very, very wet. I don't think you can quite see it well enough on the camera. If anybody is in Romford, Dagenham area, then you will know how wet it is at the minute. The ball comes in from Dyke, it's gone out. It's going to be a goal kick for Aston Villa. So a quick reminder of what we've got coming up across the network for West Ham United. The men's senior side travel to Burnley this Saturday in a Premier League 3 o'clock kick-off. The women travel to it's a home game against Brighton and Hove Albion this Sunday, 12 o'clock kick-off in the Women's Super League. The under-21s, as I've already said, they're at home. They're at Motspur Park. We will get this right. They're at Motspur Park away at Fulham this Friday, 7 o'clock kick-off. That one's live on the West Ham YouTube channel. So if you want to make sure you don't miss that, hit that subscribe button so you get notified and don't miss it. 7 o'clock kick-off for that one. And the under-18's got a little bit of a break after this. Not in action again until Valentine's Day, Saturday the 14th of February, 12 o'clock kick-off at home against Leicester City in the under-18 Premier League South. Patrick, I was just about to say Peter Shilton, but everybody's beaten me to it. So, if anybody else has got any quiz questions, I've got a few more coming up as well. What are we, 28 minutes in, almost half hour up here. What have you made of the game, everybody, so far as well? There's been a few balls into the box, but there's no really any clear-cut chances. Neither keeper has been forced into making a heroic save as of yet. Two very good teams going toe-to-toe. It's going to take something quite magical, isn't it? Perhaps a bit of individual skill here.
Next one, come on, chaps! Come on!
Ball's back with Asamoah. Oh, another quiz question coming as well. There are 3 players that are a club record signing at 2 clubs inside the 92 English League clubs. Can you name them and the clubs? Do you mean they're a club record signing in the transfer window just gone? Because if that's the case, then surely Strand Larsen for Palace is one. But Aston Villa with the ball inside their own half at the minute. Well, West Ham unbeaten in the last 5 in all competitions inside the 90 minutes, because they did end up getting knocked out of the FA Youth Cup against Everton on a penalty shootout. But form at home has been good. Last defeat here at home came against Chelsea back in the league at the end of November. Although Aston Villa can be buoyed because there's been no clean sheet in the last 7 in all competitions for West Ham. Right, the half hour is up here at Rush Green Stadium, 0-0 in this quarter-final clash in the Under-18 Premier League Cup. West Ham, the defending champions, of course. It's a battle between the two sides who scooped most of the silverware last season. And so far, it's been a very even contest.
Harry, outstanding, well done.
David says, what are your honest thoughts on West Ham's current performance in the Premier League? I think that's an open question. All three Hammers fans in that live chat. And the ball is with Aston Villa, still in their own half, but looking to push it forward. Who's Bloomfield on the left side? A little bit of space to move into. Nice little 1-2. Here's still Bloomfield. Whipping the ball into the danger zone. It's very well kept in by Owesu to prevent the corner. Thank you for clarifying that quiz question. No, they're just the current biggest signing ever made at two clubs, not necessarily currently at one of them. Oh, here we go, free kick now for West Ham, halfway inside the Aston Villa half. It's an opportunity now to get the ball into the box. It's Reggie Morris, puts the ball down, but he's walking away from it. It's going to be Joe Scanlon. 17-year-old Joe Scanlon is a West Ham boy, born and bred, been with the club since the under-9s. To the edge of the box, it's going to be dealt with, it looks like, by Burgess, who whips the ball high and long. And again, it's going to be a bit of a foot race, but West Ham retain possession. The rain is really hammering it down now. Seen a few more comments as well. David says wet conditions, no long range shots with forwards following up. The keeper parries the ball. Well, it's a good question to ask, isn't it? Now the ball comes into the box, but comes to nothing. And it's a free kick for Aston Villa. We've had a few questions coming in. And, somebody said, question for you. How are you? Have you had a good day today? Well, if that's for me, then yeah, I've had a very good day, thank you. A very good day indeed. But I've got a question, another question for you all. Okay, so here's another question because Fred wants some good questions, and I think this is a really good one. But let me come to it in a second because right now Lewis Beckford is just juggling the ball at his feet. Does really well to hold on to possession. And the ball's back at the halfway line, but with West Ham. Here is Montague now. Dyke. Back to Montague. And back it goes again. Right, here's a question for you all, and this is one that's relevant for Aston Villa fans as well tuning in. On the 12th of September, a bit of a blast from the past here, as Medine does so well to win the ball over on the left side. I promise we'll get this question in very soon, but let's get back to the action because the ball's in the box. It comes in, and I think it's been deflected out for a corner. So I'll get it in whilst they place the ball. On the 12th of September 2005, yes, 2005, West Ham stuffed Aston Villa 4-0 at Upton Park in the Premier League. Who scored the goals? Very, very simple. Who scored the goals? And I've got another question attached to that shortly, but answer that one first. Corner for the Hammers now in the driving rain here at the Rush Green Stadium. Difficult conditions for both teams. You're right, maybe a long-range shot might be worth taking a punt at.
Second ball, Fletch!
And it comes into the box. Oh, somehow it's been blasted wide. Well, Andre Dyke, when it looked easier to put it in the back of the net, somehow puts it wide. It comes in. And I'm not quite sure how, but it's gone out. And a big opportunity, the best opportunity of the game for West Ham comes to nothing. But the Hammers are on the attack again, into the box, and now Aston Villa clear it. Maybe it's just giving a bit of head of steam for the home side. It's just giving them an extra boost of confidence. Aston Villa can be broken down. Oh, a bit of a slip there by Beckford. being picked up by Aston Villa end to end now. As we're 10 minutes away from the break. Over onto the right hand side, it's Burrows who gets the shot away. And it has gone into the back of the net. And Bradley Burrows, the lightning quick feet of Burrows, makes it count. And from one end to the other, it's West Ham 0, Aston Villa 1. I think it was just a bit of a heavy touch and slip by Beckford in these conditions. Picked up by the number 9, Marco Mead, and there is Bradley Burrows. He's looked so dangerous when he's been let loose as Burrows, and he blasted into the back of the net, and Aston Villa take the lead.
Reg, keep going. Wait.
Well, what do you make of that, everybody? That is certainly a blow for West Ham, from a golden opportunity for the Hammers with Andre Dyke to a break at the other end, and Aston Villa convert. And they get their 13th goal in the Under-18 Premier League Cup this season. Well, how will West Ham respond? I've seen some of you actually, very nice comment from somebody as well, says that commentator needs a raise. Lovely job he does. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll be sure, I hope the bosses are watching.
Keep it inside, it's going to stay this side.
Try and pick up the ball again. West Ham, here is Obi now, does so well to muscle the ball off Woody Burgess. The man who joined the club from Cheltenham, Burgess, the captain tonight for Aston Villa. But Obi wins the ball well. Now it's been put into the box, and just got a little touch. Montague picks it back up again, puts it to the edge of the D. Burgess deals with it this time. I thought for a minute, just slight hesitation, because I was expecting Asamoah to come, but sprinting off onto the right side with Bradley Burrows. He is lightning fast, isn't he? I know I keep saying it, but it's quite remarkable. Space on the left-hand side with Teddy Bloomfield. He's had a very good game for Aston Villa, the number 3. Here's Dyke now. It just feels like the energy levels, the tempo, the intent has gone up since that goal went in. In fact, it went up a few minutes before the goal went in. From both sides. Here's Boyd. I've seen a few of those quiz question answers coming in as well. You're absolutely right. Marlon Harewood got a hat-trick in that game. Yossi Benayoun got the other. It's 12th September 2005 when West Ham beat Aston Villa 4-0 at Upton Park in the Premier League. Yes, Marlon Harewood getting goals in the in the 25th, the 29th and the 50th minute, and Benayoun got the 4th in the 89th. But here's another question attached to that particular game. For West Ham, 7 English players started that game. So in that game, 12th September 2005, West Ham 4, Aston Villa 0 in the Premier League at Upton Park. 7 English players started that game. Who were they? No Googling, no cheating, but just have a little go. The ball comes back into the box, and Wesu has to get down low to make the save, and does so well. And as we said, in these greasy, slippy, wet conditions, it's worth having a go. And Aston Villa almost double their lead there, but an acrobatic save from Oesu keeps the ball out the back of the net. You can see the mist and the rain coming down through the floodlights here at Rush Green. Burrows again trying to make it through, but the flag has gone up, and it's going to be pulled back for a free kick for West Ham. Here's another chance to have a look at that. It's Fletcher Boyd who got the shot away. In fact, I think it even took a slight deflection, didn't it? Which might have just taken it away from Oesu's initial path. There's Dyke now. Under pressure, but does well to win the throw inside West Ham's own half. I can't believe that. 14 minutes are up already, only 5 minutes away from the break. In the second half, we'll have a couple more quiz questions for you. And And I'll also be bringing you Loan Watch. If you didn't tune in last night, I always do a little bit of a Loan Watch just to find out how some of the West Ham Academy players are getting on. Currently out on loan. As I said, Christian Hagen, he's on loan in Budapest at the NTK, the top flight of the Hungarian Football League. George Earthy is currently out on loan. Junior Robinson, Mason Terry, Gideon Kawuja. And I'll let you know how they've all been getting on at the weekend.
Yes, side! Yes, side! Yes, chance! Stay with it!
Well, I wonder what will be said to West Ham at the break. It's been a good game. We said it was going to need something special, and it was from Bradley Burrows. I'd love to know what his 100-metre time is, because he is so quick. If we've got any Aston Villa fans tuning in and they can find out for me, that would be brilliant. If somebody watching, if we've got an official from Aston Villa tuning in, let me know how quick Bradley Burrows can run the 100 metres in. It's into the box, and it was a good save, I think, by Wesso. Initially got it. I can't believe it wasn't converted, but it's not quite cleared yet. Here's Burrows again over on the right side. Switched back, almost catching us by surprise. The dangerous balls from Aston Villa. They're really starting to grow in confidence since going a goal up. Now the ball's been shielded out. Here is Bloomfield again, who haven't seen too much of Teddy Bloomfield before, but he seems to be having the game of his life. This is Bindley into the box, and that there is Marco Mead, who you probably normally put your house on converting from there. And Burrows picked it up, give it back to Linsky, and in the end it came to nothing. Heart-in-mouth moments again for West Ham here at Rush Green. Looked like a bit of a shirt tug. Obi went down, but advantage played because we've got the ball with Medine over on this left side. Medine, who scored for West Ham in that under-17s Premier League Cup semi-final win against Crystal Palace at the end of January. Danny Murray says, love these midday games because he's in Calgary in Canada. I quite like these 6:30 kickoffs as well over here in the UK. One of the reasons it does kick off a little bit earlier is because this has to be settled tonight. So if it is a tie after 90 minutes, we will have extra time and, if required, a penalty shootout. As West Ham under-18s have already lost one penalty shootout this season against Everton in the FA Youth Cup. Now the ball's trying to be fed through to Beckford over on the left side. West Ham starting to get bodies into the box, but Aston Villa pick it up, and it'll be Lennon Melhuish who deals with the danger. The number 2 for Aston Villa has scored this season. He's been with the Villains since under 9s level. He's a 17-year-old. Can West Ham find a leveller? Have they got an answer to Aston Villa before half-time? Here's Dyke. How could we do with an Andre Dyke goal this evening? Chantel says Marky me. Yes, I thought I said Marky me, but apologies if I said Marco. You're absolutely correct. And what a player he is as well, by the way. Hat-trick, of course, as we mentioned, against Newcastle in that 7-1 win. Brilliant stuff indeed. Certainly a player to keep your eye on, and I'm sure he'll be a big part of Aston Villa's future. It's a good time to be an Aston Villa fan at the minute, isn't it? Villa fans tuning in right now must be delighted with the work that Unai Emery has done over the last few seasons. I was actually one of my first big experiences of football was with Aston Villa. I was at the 1996 League Cup final at Wembley. when Aston Villa beat Leeds United by 3-0. That's my claim to Aston Villa fame. I was only a little kid then, but I was there. And that was at the old Wembley as well. There's a little bit of footwork there by Medine. But it looks like he's going to be in the book here. I can only assume it's going to be given for what has been perceived to be a dive. So Medine, a little bit of trickery. Well, I'll leave that one open to debate in the live chat. What do you think? Villa fans, West Ham fans, what do you make of that? Medine has been booked for diving. Seconds to go here at the end of this first half. God, it flies by, doesn't it? I literally can't believe how quickly it goes. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a foot race, and Bradley Burrows has so far won it for Aston Villa. That's the difference between the two sides here at half-time. That quiz question, don't forget, do keep the answers coming in. On the 12th September 2005, of course, West Ham beat Aston Villa 4-0 at Upton Park in the Premier League. There were 7 English players who started that game. Who were they? That's your homework, everybody, at half-time. So do keep them going in the live chat. I can see all of your comments coming in. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning in. 1,100 of you right now. If you haven't already, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well so you don't miss any of the action that is coming up across the West Ham United YouTube channel. We're back in action again, of course, this Friday, 7 o'clock kickoff for the under-21s away at Fulham. But for now, I'm going to go get myself a quick cup of tea in the driving rain here at the Rush Green Stadium. I'll be back for the second half. It is West Ham United 0, Aston Villa 1 at the break. Well, welcome back, everybody. Second half about to get underway here at the Rush Green Stadium. West Ham United 0, Aston Villa 1 at the break in the Under-18 Premier League Cup quarter final. A reminder, this has to be settled tonight. So if it is a tie after 90 minutes, we'll go to extra time and, if required, a penalty shootout. That quiz question at half-time, how many did you get? The question was, on the 12th September 2005, West Ham beat Aston Villa 4-0 at Upton Park in the Premier League. 7 English players started the game. Who were they? Well, they were Paul Konchesky, Anton Ferdinand, Hayden Mullins, Matthew Etherington, Nigel Reo-Coker, Marlon Harewood and Teddy Sheringham. There you go, there are your answers. I'll read them out again in a little bit because I appreciate we might have some people coming back who've just nipped away during half time. I've had a nice cup of tea as well. What did you make of the first half, everybody? I see a lot of the comments coming in throughout the course of it, so thank you so much. Can West Ham find a way back into it? We're about to find out because we're going to get underway, and it's going to be Marky Mead is going to be the player to get us started again. Quick update, actually, both these sides, of course, going well in the Under-18 Premier League South table as well. West Ham are up to 4th in the table. They've played 14, won 8 of their 14. We've got a change coming up for Aston Villa. It is Finlay Barnard is the player coming on. So Barnard has come on. I didn't see the player who went off. But Finlay Barnard, he started in the 4-1 defeat against Brighton and Hove Albion last time out for the Villains. He's got 3 goals to his name. He actually joined the club from Tottenham in the summer. 16-year-old. Another talented player to be able to bring on. Is there a way back for West Ham in this second half? We are about to find out. Finlay Barnard has scored in this competition for Aston Villa as well. He was on the score sheet in a 3-2 win against Leicester City. I was talking about the Under-18 Premier South, the table. West Ham currently 4th in the table. They've played 14, won 8 of their 14. Just a 1 draw, 5 defeats. Aston Villa slipped to 8th after that defeat, that 4-1 loss against Brighton last time out. Played 13, Won 7 of their 13 so far. Lost 6. Yet to draw a game in the league, Aston Villa, as they look to retain the title from last season. Largely different squad this campaign to last. But here we go, second half. A minute in now. And West Ham simply, they've got to score in this second half, otherwise they're out. Nick says, I was meant to ask this yesterday, everyone, but how do you take your tea? Well, I have it with a splash of milk. I actually prefer coffee, if I'm totally honest with you. I do like tea, but I prefer coffee. That's one for you all as well. What's better, tea or coffee? Let me know in that live chat. We give you some shout outs. And again, do keep letting me know where you're watching from as well. If you're in the UK, whereabouts in the UK. If you're overseas, I want to know what country you're in. Let me know what city, town, village. We know we go all around the world with these broadcasts, and we thank all of you for tuning in here on the West Ham United YouTube channel. Here is Medine now for West Ham, looking to create something. Thomas now switching it over onto the right hand side. A goal is a must for West Ham if they're to stay in this. It's the quarter final. It has to be settled tonight. Here's Andre Dyke trying to create a bit of magic, working his way towards the edge of the box, but Leon Ruth knocks it away. Big 45 minutes coming up now for West Ham. It was a very balanced first half, wasn't it? Fairly even. I'd say probably 55-45% probably in Aston Villa's favour. But Andre Dyke had a golden opportunity to put West Ham in the lead, and then actually it was from the break from there when Bradley Burrows shot past Owesu in goal to give Aston Villa the lead. That's the real story. Here is Emmanuel Fawuji, 15-year-old. Thomas now back to Owesu. Second half action here at Rush Green Stadium. Can I just give a bit of shout out and a bit of love as well on the live chat, if we can, for our 2 camera guys here at the Rush Green Stadium. I've got the good fortune of having a little bit of cover, but the guys are on the gantry above us and they have no cover whatsoever. They are getting absolutely soaked up there. So can we please show a little bit of love and support for the 2 camera guys who are bringing you these pictures live for your entertainment tonight. Big thank you guys up there. I know they can't hear us, but thank you anyway. And I'm sure they'll look back at the comments. So a little bit of love would be greatly appreciated. Here is Medine trying to latch onto the ball, but it's going to run out of play. Finlay Barnard just knocks it back to his keeper, Asamoto. Very Smooth is watching live from the University of the West Indies in Jamaica. Naomi's watching from Malta. Says, well done for the commentary. Thank you very much, Naomi. We've got Marita, if I said that right, watching from Finland, and also says coffee is better than tea. Amelia's watching from near Oxford. Great to have you along tonight, Amelia. Bikram says commentator deserves a raise. I couldn't agree more. Second time we've had a comment like that today. Christopher's watching in Leipzig in eastern Germany. Ironically, actually, Southampton under-21s are playing against RB Leipzig right now, down the road, no, not too far away. The shot comes in, it's palmed away, and it's another big opportunity for Aston Villa. Here's Burrows again. He's caused all sorts of problems. He gets it onto his left foot, gets the shot away at the edge of the D. But again, Uweso gets down low to make the save. Second time he's had to get down low to make a good save. Has Lanra Uweso tonight. Thank you, Mark. Mark says much love to the camera guys. They really, you can see the rain coming down on the camera, can't you? It is very wet indeed here. And there is somebody watching from Leipzig, as I was saying. Southampton under-21s are playing against RB Leipzig right now in the Premier League International Cup. The ball is just headed away, only as far as Burrows. It's not quite cleared yet. The shot comes in low, and it's come back in again. This cluster of bodies for West Ham managed to make the block. Again, it comes right across the face of goal. Wesser dives for it, but it goes wide. Well, Lanra Uweso has got to be on it tonight. He was reaching for that one. Fortunately, when it goes wide, and it remains West Ham United 0, Aston Villa 1 here at the Rush Green Stadium. Into the 51st minute here. And Aston Villa really grew in confidence. And Burrows struck it into the back of the net. Still a long way to go though in this game. Somebody says in the UK coffee is more expensive than petrol. It might be true, but petrol's still pretty expensive as well. Isaac Thomas, the Welsh under-17 international, wearing the number 8 for West Ham tonight. He's a 16-year-old, scored 4 goals in the under-18 Premier South this season. I don't think we've had any changes for West Ham at the break, so I'll just quickly run through the 11 for you for the Hammers. It is Awesu, Montagu, Scanlon, Fijukwu, Leacock, Morris, Dyke, Thomas, Obi, Beckford and Medine. We have had that change for Aston Villa. Finlay Barnard came on. I didn't see who went off. I'll keep a sharp eye on it. Medine with a lovely ball trying to feed it into the path of Scanlon over on the left-hand side, but it's been picked up by Bradley Burrows, who's covered literally every single blade of grass in this game for Aston Villa. Here's Medine. Danger not cleared yet, though, for the Villains, because here's Scanlon whipping the ball into the box. It's the block comes in. Finally, Aston Villa get it cleared. Switched it over to the right. The ball still inside the Aston Villa half. And the pace of play just slows down for a moment as West Ham and Aston Villa reset. Rush Green Stadium here, Romford, was originally built in the 1950s. Ball's gone out of play. Throw for West Ham. The attendance record here is 10,000 when Briggs Sport played a game against Bishop Auckland, which ironically, Bishop Auckland is exactly where West Ham under-21s played Middlesbrough last night up in the northeast. It's amazing how things work, isn't it? But it was also the home of Ford United here at Rush Green Stadium, and that was the football team of the car company. All in a previous existence before West Ham moved in. Chris is watching from Perth, Western Australia. Big shout out to Ian. Great commentary. Thank you very much, Chris. I think you were watching last night as well, weren't you, Chris? Because we had a little chat about Perth in Western Australia. Beautiful part of the world. I think Rottnest Island is close to there, isn't it? So I remember going over there, spending the day on the island. Corner for West Ham, in it comes, it's gone into the back of the net and the Hammers have levelled things up. It's Andre Dyke who wheels away with the ball in his hands. If he's going to be credited with it, it'll be a 14th goal of the season. And it's West Ham United 1, Aston Villa 1. And in the early stages of the second half, the Hammers have levelled things up. Well, let's have another look. The corner comes in. I love being able to get the replay. And it is Andre Dyke who puts his head in the right place and guides the ball into the back of the net. And Andre Dyke levels things up for West Ham United. 1-1 here at the Rush Green Stadium. And oh boy, it's game on. Well, I think it came off the back there, didn't it? Off the two number 3s, Joe Scanlon and Teddy Bloomfield. And it directed it perfectly into the path of Andre Dyke. It's his 4th goal in the Premier League Under-18 Cup this season. Got a hat-trick in the 3-1 win against Sunderland, and he scored now in the quarter-final against Aston Villa. Well. There we go, we're back level again. As I say, this has to be settled tonight, this tie. If it is a draw after the 90, we go to extra time. But here's Burrows over on the right-hand side. Still Bradley Burrows. We know what he can do. He's already scored once tonight. He gets a shot in. The Westwood gets down low, palms it away. And Callum Leacock is in the right place at the right time to pick up the loose ball and knock it out. Lovely ball to Burrows. And Westwood does get a hand onto it, doesn't it, and palms it very kindly into the path of Callum Leacock, the captain tonight for West Ham United, the man who joined from Linfield, the Northern Ireland under-17 international. He's actually a very talented Gaelic football as well, Callum Leacock. Played in the under-16 Ulster finals. Although I must be honest, I don't know too much about Gaelic football, but if he ever decides that football's not for him, then he's got another sport that he can go and play. I bet he's one of these people who's just good at everything. If you give him a golf club, he'd probably shoot single handicap straight away. Robert Singleton's got in contact. He says that he's played 2 cup finals on that pitch when it was owned by Ford. Yes, yep. He said it was owned by Ford United. Used to play there. The Car Company Football Club. We are back level in what has been a scintillating affair tonight. 1-1. 2 very, very good teams going toe-to-toe. It was very much expected. I was talking to the producer before the game about it, and I said, I really do think extra time and penalties is a very real possibility tonight, and so at the minute it is proving. Scanlon feeding the ball really well into the path of Beckford, who's been dispossessed though by Leon Ruth. Leon Ruth, who's been part of the Aston Villa Academy since 2024. She joined the club from Luton Town. Here's Scanlon though, picking the ball up again for West Ham. Now switched over to the left-hand side with Medine, the younger brother. His older brother Jethro Medine plays for the under-21s. Aston Villa come away with it inside their own half. The referee touches the ball. I think it was always going to be in the path though of Emmanuel Ojukwu, but it's been pulled back. Peter Chelmsford says, did you not fancy a cup of Bovril on a cold night? Now I'm going to be honest here, Peter, I've never in my life had a cup of Bovril. Every time I've seen it, it looks so gloopy. I'm not sure if I'd like it. Maybe, is it nice? Is Bovril nice? Maybe I should try it. Maybe I should broaden my horizons a little bit and have a cup of Bovril. Scanlon gives it to Medine over on the left side again, and now it's West Ham's turn to edge the pendulum of momentum in the game. As Max Jenner worked the ball very well. Jenner again trying to get involved, but Obi has it now inside the West Ham box, and he's just run into a cluster of Aston Villa bodies. And it judged to have come off Obi last. So Asamoah will get his back underway for the Villains. Chuck Obi has got 6 goals in all competitions. Got a hat-trick against Ipswich Town earlier in the season. He also played in that under-17 semi-final win over Crystal Palace. Brought it up a lot because we want to give a bit of a shout-out to the West Ham under-17s reaching the under-17 Premier League Cup final. Beat Crystal Palace 3-2, and it's actually Tyrone Amatoy who's on the bench tonight for the under-18s. We've got a 95th minute winner to send the Hammers to the final. They will play either West Bromwich Albion or Blackburn Rovers. The offside flag has gone up against Marky Mead. He can't quite believe it.
Don't feel safe.
Now, does anybody want to hear the quiz question answers again? Actually, more on that in a minute because it's Andre Dyke again over on the right hand side. We said it might be a bit of magic from Dyke to get West Ham back into it, and so it proved. Right place, right time to head it in from close range from the corner. It was Bradley Burrows though who got things underway for Aston Villa in the first half after Dyke had a golden opportunity to put West Ham in the lead straight away from the break. It was Mead and Burrows linking up. Burrows with the goal. Switched over to the right side with Burrows again. It's so quick, lovely footwork from Bradley Burrows, and now he's working his way into a little bit of space. Mead is waiting in the box, but West Ham managed to clear their lines. Too much of a heavy touch, and it's going to be an Aston Villa throw halfway inside the West Ham half. And looks like we've got a double change coming up for Aston Villa. It's going to be Cole Ramsey, the number 12, is coming on, and Jack McGrath. Cole Ramsey is the younger brother, actually, of Jacob Ramsey. He's up in Newcastle, and Jack McGrath is making his way on to the pitch as well. Jack McGrath has 3 goals in the Premier League International Cup, this under-18 Cup, I should say. He's an attacking midfielder, is McGrath. She joined the Aston Villa Academy from rivals Birmingham City. Wonder how that went down in the camp. Cole Ramsey, as I said, he's the younger brother of Jacob and Aaron Ramsey. Was part of the FA Youth Cup and under-18 Premier League South winning Aston Villa side last season. And here's Finlay Barnard to Leon Roof. And switch it over onto the left-hand side, and now Mead is going to pick it up at the edge of the D. Work to do for West Ham. Switched over to Bindley. Now it's with Cole Ramsey. First meaningful touch since just literally making his way onto the pitch. Still not clear yet. And now it comes in ripped across the face of goals. Fletcher Boyd, who got the final shot away. Let's have another look at it. There is Boyd, the number 8. It was passed to the number 16, Jack McGrath, had just come on, and Boyd got the final shot there. Whipped across the face of goal with somebody just taking a bit of a risk and charged onto it. A touch was all it needed. As it is, it stays West Ham 1, Aston Villa 1. And I'll tell you something, I don't know about you in that live chat, everybody tuning in, I can't call this one at all. It's going to be on a knife edge. Could go all the way. We could have a penalty shootout tonight. And Aston Villa might have something to say about that as they get the ball inside the West Ham half still. But Dyke picks it up for the Hammers. No nonsense lump ball forward. Burgess heads it back into play. Dyke is dispossessed. And we've got a bit of a frantic affair in the heart of midfield at the minute. Here's Ramsey. And the pass is poor, and it's going to go out to play for a West Ham throw. Well, we've got people tuning in all the time. Not everybody's been with us from the very, very start. So just a quick reminder of how this particular competition works. It is the Under-18 Premier League Cup. It's not the league, it's the Premier League Cup. And of course, it's not the FA Youth Cup either. 32 teams in total started the competition. There were 8 groups of 4 teams. And it's quite simple. The team who topped the group goes through to the quarter-finals. There's been one quarter-final played already. Tottenham beating Bristol City by 3-0. So Tottenham are in the semi-finals already. One of these two will be joining tonight. Here's Medine. Could it be West Ham? Medine working his way into the box, gets the shot away, but it's not too much venom on it. And it's quite a comfortable save for Owen Asamoah in the end. A lovely ball through to Medino. Still quite a lot of work to do. He had Lennon Melhuish for company. He could be a little bit frustrated there. Back to the structure of how this works. As I said, it's 8 groups, 4 teams. The team who tops the group goes through, straight through. And as we said, Tottenham are already in the semi-finals. The other 2 quarter-finals, as Mead gets the ball into the box, but Wesu dives his body onto it. It's Peterborough against Crystal Palace. That will take place on the 17th of February. And West Bromwich Albion against Manchester United. That one on the 10th of February. And then semi-final, final. Quite simple, really. Aston Villa still got league action to go this season, and they are still in the FA Youth Cup. They've got a 5th round tie against Wrexham. Of course, West Ham still going very well in the league, actually. the Under-18 Premier South, currently 4th in the table. Beat Southampton 5-2 last time out. They beat Birmingham. It's back-to-back wins in the league for West Ham. 4 league wins in a row in the Premier League Under-18. Have the Hammers 10 wins from 13 in all competitions, and now scored in the last 15 in all competitions in a row, including tonight's game. But it is now no clean sheet in 8 for West Ham. For Aston Villa coming into this one, it was 4 wins, 1 defeat in the last 5 away games in all competitions. It was just 1 win in 3 home and away in all comps.
That's still cool.
That 4-1 defeat at home against Brighton. Something a bit of a shock that, but then before that was a 3-2 win away at Fleetwood in the FA Youth Cup 4th round. And then an away defeat in the Under-18 Premier League 1-0 against Tottenham. Well, what do we think, everybody? Is this going to be settled in the 90, or are we going to need extra time and possibly penalties? Let me know in that live chat, and keep letting me know whether you think tea or coffee is better. Frog in a Well says cuppa and a crumpet. Now, crumpets are absolutely delicious, especially with cheese on. Crumpets and cheese. Oh, I'm making myself hungry again now. Maybe I might have to go get something on the short drive home. Here's Scanlon, though, for West Ham. Just bundled off the ball. Aston Villa clear it only as far as Emmanuel Fujukwu. Just trying to charge it through into the path of Morris, who eventually loses out. And now it's with McGrath. Seems like we've got an awful lot of Aston Villa fans tuning in tonight. Thanks for joining us. You are more than welcome. Great to have you all along, West Ham fans, Aston Villa fans. We're just football fans, as usual. Bingley for Aston Villa. Number 11, the player's been kept fairly quiet, the winger. Another player who also joined Aston Villa from Birmingham City. 17-year-old. Melchius can't get the ball under control, and here's an opportunity for West Ham. Bit of a gift here, the throw. Joe Scanlon with it deep inside the Aston Villa half. Here is Fujukwu now. Back to captain Callum Leacock. Switched over to Montague on the right side, and Leacock will pick the ball back up again in his own half. Obi was the intended target, wasn't it? Trying to get it over the top and just hope that it might fall kindly. Hewish picked up the loose ball. Now running forward is Leon Ruth. Now working his way into the West Ham half, the number 4 for Aston Villa tonight. And now it's switched over to the number 11 of Bindley on the right side. Oliver Bindley. Back to Ramsey. Here is Fletcher Boyd now. We know he can load up if he fancies having a bit of a go. Jack McGrath just bundled off the ball, managed to hold on to possession. Ramsey now. Aston Villa really moving the ball well, just inside the West Ham half. Frustrating the Hammers a little bit here. Dyke going up against Ruth. Michael Rose says he always had his crumpets slightly burnt. Fresh crusty toast with melted butter and marmalade. Oh, I'm getting hungry now. I'm going to stop talking about food here. We've got 20 minutes to go, but it could be extra time and penalties. We are deadlocked together at 1-1. If you are just tuning in, good evening, hello, and welcome to the Rush Green Stadium. It's the quarter-final of the Under-18 Premier League Cup. West Ham are the defending champions. But we have to have a winner tonight. Who will join Tottenham in the last 4? It's going to be one of these two. But if needed, we'll have extra time and a penalty shootout if required. And West Ham have already lost one penalty shootout this season against Everton in the FA Youth Cup up at Goodison Park. Here's Beckford now. He's put over to the right side at the feet of Andre Dijk. Goal scorer for West Ham tonight. 14 goals in all competitions this season for him. 4 in the Under-18 Premier League Cup. Here is Emmanuel Fijokwu now. No way through on the right, so West Ham opt to go left with Jetta Medine. Here's Joe Scanlon now. And now it's West Ham's turn to be passing the ball nicely just inside the Aston Villa half. 2 very evenly matched sides trying to figure each other out here. 2 excellent teams really going toe-to-toe is what I'm trying to say tonight. I'm very much looking forward to this one. No quarter given. Both sides have had to give full concentration. Emmanuel gives the ball to Reggie Morris, who'll get his back underway here. Just since the tempo has just dropped a notch or so over the last 5 minutes, both sides just settle into more of a rhythm. We've got 18 minutes to go off the regulation 90. And now Jack McGrath is trying to create something. The substitute for Aston Villa. He gets a low ball into the box. It falls to Cole Ramsey, but he can't twist his body around quick enough. West Ham pick it up. Here is Obi running into a wall of Aston Villa shirts. Again, now both sides will reset once more. Been a bit of a chess match, hasn't it, over the last 15 minutes. There's a lovely ball fed through into the path of Mead. And he gets the shot, but it can't beat Uwesu. It does look like Bradley Burrows has come off, doesn't it, for Aston Villa. We didn't get a chance to see those subs, but I think that was more of a trying to play a cross into the box from Mead than anything else. I think he was actually trying to have a shot from there. It was never going to beat Uwesu. We've got a big fan tuning in from Jamaica. Let's get that live chat going a little bit more, shall we? Again, do let me know where you're watching from. We've got another quiz question for you as well. This is quite a simple one. As Medine tries to chase down the ball, but Asamoah puts it into the path of Lennon Melhuish. The next quiz question is this. So the Under-18 Premier League Cup, very simple one. Only 5 sides have ever won it. Who are they? Let me know. Start guessing in that live chat. The ball comes into the box, and again it's going to fall away to the defending side. Here's Dijk now. Dijk puts his foot down on the accelerator pedal a little bit, but just has the ball knocked out of his feet by Leon Ruth, and it goes all the way back to Asamoah in the Aston Villa goal. Can we stop talking about food in that live chat? I do appreciate the comments, but it's making me really, really hungry because somebody's just said a bacon sandwich with brown sauce. Oh, my stomach's beginning. I wasn't hungry. I've had dinner. I'm going to have to have something else to eat now. The ball's put into the box, but it's headed away by the Hammers. And here is Lennon Melhuish now. Neither side in any great urgency at the minute. The real jeopardy is as we get closer on, maybe into extra time, with penalties potentially looming here. Has to be a winner tonight. Here is Melhuish again, and we do sense perhaps next goal. It could be a case of next goal wins here at the Rush Green Stadium.
Let's get it. In between, Marky. Give me 6 straight in. Let's get it.
Bindley.
Together, Rick.
Back with Fletcher Boyd now.
No cross, no cross.
Over on the right side. Ramsey puts a dangerous ball across the face of goal into the box. It's going to be picked up by Teddy Bloomfield. He's had a very good game indeed. The man joined from Ipswich. Signed his Aston Villa scholarship papers in 2024. The 18-year-old. McGrath flips it over across the face of goal. This time it goes all the way through, and it's been picked up again by Cole Ramsey. Aston Villa starting to look a little bit dangerous, but Lonra Ewesu, the goalkeeper, has gone down on the ground, and he's going to need a little bit of attention from the physio here. Well, again, big thank you to all of you for tuning in tonight. We've got a little pause in play as Lonra Ewesu receives a little bit of treatment. Let's hope he is okay. Tommy Goodyear is the goalkeeper on the bench for West Ham tonight. In fact, he played the full game in their under-17s win, so he can be called upon if needed. We're going to have a little look back at a replay here as the ball was whipped across the face of goal. That was when Ewesu went down. It was just a clattering of bodies, I think. Certainly nothing, no ill intent or anything. It's just football. It's just one of those things. It is a physical, it is a contact sport. I wonder if we might see some West Ham changes soon. A reminder, Thomas Jonler, Tommy Goodyear, the goalkeeper, Connor Brooks, Tyrone Amatoye and Joel Kerr are on the bench. There is Connor Brooks, the number 14. So it looks like Brooks is going to come on very shortly for the Hammers. 17-year-old Connor Brooks joined West Ham from Concord Rangers. Made 20 appearances for Concord Rangers last season and actually joined the Hammers on his 17th birthday back in July. What a very special birthday treat that. So we're just looking at the West Ham players now, getting a few more instructions. DPM says just polished off some toad in the hole with beans and brown sauce. David Freedom says I'd kill for a bacon sandwich H with brown sauce. Yeah, me too, David. At half time, once we got a little break in play, at half time I did ask you that quiz question. 12th September 2005, West Ham beat Aston Villa 4-0 at Upton Park. Who were the 7 English players who started? I did give the answer, but I gave it just before the second half kicked off, so a lot of you might have missed it. The answer was Paul Konchesky, Anton Ferdinand, Hayden Mullins, Matthew Etherington, Nigel Reo-Coker, Marlon Harewood and Teddy Sheringham. They were the 7 English players who started that game. Just a quick reminder as well as what we've got coming up across the West Ham teams. The men senior side travel to Burnley, a huge game that one, in the Premier League this Saturday, 3 o'clock kickoff. The women are at home against Brighton and Hove Albion on Sunday in the WSL. That's a 12 o'clock kickoff. The under-21s in action away at Fulham this Friday on the Premier League 2, 7 o'clock kickoff. That was live on the West Ham YouTube channel. I'll be on commentary for that one as well. And the under-18s next in action against Leicester City at home on Valentine's Day, the 14th of February, 12 o'clock kickoff for that one. Ironically, Aston Villa's next game is away at Leicester in the under-18 Premier South, but that one is this coming Saturday. So Ewesu's just receiving a bit of extra treatment here. I wonder if he might be forced off. That would bring Tommy Goodyear onto the pitch, the backup goalkeeper tonight. He's a 16-year-old Tommy Goodyear, joined West Ham from Exeter City. But it looks like, is he going to be okay to continue?
Carl, manage this restart. That's it. Come on, Reg. Manage the restart. Come on, Joe.
Avery Harvey says, I'm dying for a sausage and bacon bat with ketchup. Oh,
Make sure we're right here.
Oh, Tony Hammers, Brooks came on after 62. Thank you very much. So Brooks did come on. We didn't see that. we can't actually see where we're positioned. I can't actually see the subs. Kiko says, howdy Ian, back for another match. A bit late, albeit. It doesn't matter, Kiko, you've turned up. Thank you very much. And thank you very much for that, Tony Hammers, as well. And it is a change. Yeah, confirmation then. Unfortunately, Lanra Ewesu has to go off injured for West Ham United, and Tommy Goodyear is coming on to replace him. Like I said, he played the full 90 minutes for the under-17s in that 3-2 win against Crystal Palace, that semi-final game. It's actually his first appearance for the under-18s this season, though. And we're going to get back underway. Cole Ramsey is with the drop ball.
Marking! Jeff, back inside the shape! Jeff!
Been won by Leon Roof there. So in a dangerous position, wanted to take it quick, but referee says no, you've got to go back. He's not happy with the position. We are into the final 10 minutes here at Rush Green Stadium, and as I predicted well before the game, unfortunately I didn't say it in the live chat, but I can assure you, my producer can back me up, I did say that I think extra time and penalties is a very, very distinct possibility. Might not come to that. We've still got 8 minutes of the 90 to go here. It's game on, and now there is jeopardy in this. There has to be a winner tonight. There was no replays in the Under-18 Premier League Cup. West Ham or Aston Villa, one of these two sides will be going to the semi-finals of the Under-18 Premier League Cup. One will be going home empty-handed tonight. Cam Leacock calmly dealing with the ball because he had a couple of Aston Villa players charging him down. And Aston Villa pick up the ball with Finlay Barnard deep inside their own half. Asamoah now the goalkeeper for the Villains. Well, what do we think, everybody? It was great league campaigns, wasn't it, for both of these in the group phase. Aston Villa topping Group B with a 2-1 victory over Liverpool, a thumping 7-1 win over Newcastle, and a 3-2 win over Aston Villa. Also, flag is up, so no danger here for the Hammers. West Ham topped Group E, a 3-1 win over Sunderland, a 2-1 win over Nottingham Forest, and a thumping 5-0 win over Ipswich Town. Both teams topped their groups. That's why they've met in this quarter-final tonight. This time last year, West Ham were taken to a penalty shootout in the quarter-finals. That was against Manchester United. And unfortunately, Lanra Ewesu, who's gone off, he saved a penalty to ensure that West Ham beat Man United in that shootout. And they ended up going all the way and beating Reading 2-1 in the final at Islet Carly Singh Stadium. It was Josh Ajala with the 2 goals for the Hammers that night. Obi putting a little bit of pressure there on Asamoah. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the game, everybody. Don't go anywhere if it does stay 1-1, because we will have extra time for you. So do stick around. I appreciate you all tuning in tonight, and I appreciate you getting in contact in that live chat, commentating by myself, and a big shout out as well to our 2 camera crew with me. I'm okay because I've got a little bit of shelter here, although I can't see the dugouts as well as I think you guys probably can, which is why it's quite hard to see the substitutes as they happen. But I've got a bit of cover. Our 2 camera guys up here don't, and they've been getting rained on pretty much all evening. So a little bit of love for those guys, if you don't mind. They will no doubt look back at the live chat, and they really will appreciate it. But we do appreciate you all getting in contact tonight and watching. There are 1,345 of you watching this evening from all over the world. We really do appreciate you. The ball comes into the box. It's Obi who gets the shot away, but just drags it wide. Oh, was that the moment? And it's gone.
Tommy!
Well. Obi into the box, and it does get dragged wide. I can tell you as well, Joel Kerr is coming on for West Ham. So Joel Kerr is the next player to come on then, and this is good news actually. He scored 2 goals already in the Under-18 Premier League Cup. He got the brace, he got the 2 in the win against Nottingham Forest. He also scored as well for the Under-17s in that 3-2 win against Crystal Palace. The amount of times I've mentioned that game, I kind of wish I was on commission for mentioning it tonight. As Andre Dyke just pulls back Lennon Melhuish there. Apologies, it was Medine, and Medine's been booked. I'm sure he has. I'm pretty certain Jepta Medine was booked in the first half for a dive, and he's just tugged back Lennon Melhuish here. And the referee is getting his book out. So this should be a second yellow, which would mean Jepta Medine is going to be sent off here in the closing stages. Well, let's just see, because referees have made mistakes before. What is going on here? And I think the referee has made a mistake. I think he's forgotten that he's booked Medine already. Well, the linesman is going over to have a quick chat with him, and I think unfortunately he has now been reminded, and Medine is sent off. Well. It was an undeniable pullback on Lennon Melhuish from Medine. Apologies to Andre Dyke there. I thought I saw a number 7, but it was Medine. Of course, Dyke plays on the opposite side of the pitch, doesn't he? But Jepta Medine sent off here in the quarter final of the Under-18 Premier League Cup. A big moment. Could this be the giant pendulum that swings in favour of the visitors? Well, if West Ham can hold on, maybe now a penalty shootout might be their best chance of getting through to the semi-finals. Well, he almost got away with it, Medine, didn't he? I think the referee forgot that he'd actually booked Medine in the first half for that dive, which, again, that was controversial in its own right. It was looked like a coming together of feet, and it just caught Medine a little bit. If anything, could have been a penalty, but he judged that Medine had dived, gave Medine a yellow card, and he's just been sent off for pulling back Lennon Melhuish here late on in this game. It's going to be all hands to the pump now for the Hammers. Maybe trying to hold on for a penalty shootout might be the best option. Who knows though? But a big moment we've just witnessed here at the Rush Green Stadium. Aston Villa pick up the ball with Fletcher Boyd. Tell you what, you just never know, do you? You never know. Beckford puts the ball down. He wants the free kick. He's not going to get it. And Hewish picks it up. And here's an opportunity now. It was Connor Brooks trying to charge in. Oh, sorry, Kerr. It was Joel Kerr. Apologies, not Brooks. It was Kerr charging in there.
Any chance?
It's not really anything in that either, so we are back underway. My heart rate is just starting to come down a little bit, everybody. We're in the final 20 seconds now of the 90, and of course then we'll have whatever's going to be added on at the end before we move into extra time, unless West Ham or Aston Villa can find a late winner. A goal here for either side will surely be game, set and match. Bindley gives the ball back. It's switched to Cole Ramsey now. Aston Villa unable to really make a headwind here with the extra player. You might have just seen some of the raindrops coming down across the camera. That's how wet it's been. It's the best of it right now, actually. The best weather we've had all evening is right now, but it's still not particularly pleasant. It is very cold tonight. In fact, I saw a weather forecast that said it might even snow. Can you believe that? More sleet, I think, than actual snow. I tell you, we don't get much snow in the south. Oh, it was wonderful work, wasn't it? He's just not giving it up. It's Joel Kerr. He's such a battler, such a Trojan, and here he is again. But we've got a few upset players here. A few handbags going in right now. And the referee is going to have his work cut out dealing with this. Frustration's just boiling over for both sides here at the Rush Green Stadium. What's the referee going to do here? I think absolutely everybody's been involved. So short of booking everybody, I'm not too sure what he's going to do. Just tensions boiling over a little bit. That was Joel Kerr, and there was a bit of a lash out there, it looked like, by Cole Ramsey. And then another challenge coming in. And, yeah, well, I'm glad it's up to the referee to figure this one out. So what is the referee going to do here? It's a red. It's a straight red card. Well, he can't quite believe it. And suddenly, it's a level playing field again. Oliver Binley has been sent off for Aston Villa, shown a straight red card. Wow. Well, Oliver Binley's number 11. Well, something's gone on. Unfortunately, I can't quite diagnose it for you. You can probably tell just as well as I can, because Scanlon delivers a ball into the box. It's gone over the bar, and suddenly, not only is it level in score, it's now 10 aside. Wow. Well, Aston Villa's brief advantage of an extra man is short-lived, because Oliver Binley has been sent off. And just minutes before, Jepton Medine was showing a second yellow card for the tug back on Lennon Melhuish. We've just seen tempers boil over a little bit here at the Rush Green Stadium. But it's 1-1 and 10 v 10. Here's Scanlon over on the left-hand side. Gets the ball into the box, but it can't beat the first man. And Aston Villa now looking to break. Well, I kind of want this to go to extra time now. I want to see even more of this. I'm having a great evening. Thank you for the update as well, Iron Nix. And thank you to all of you in that live chat. It's actually a really useful source as well, because you've got angles as well. I do have the screens in front of me too, but sometimes it's very quick and easy to miss things. Here's Cole Ramsey now on the right side.
Stay together! Stay together!
Boyd trying to feed it through. It's very well cut out for West Ham. It's a one last attack. He's going to run all the way through to Asamoah. Well, what a dramatic end we've had to this game. Remember, it has to be settled tonight. I think we might be in for the long haul this evening. Extra time coming up if it stays like this. Asamoah has the ball at his feet for Aston Villa. Nipped back up by Beckford there. Lewis Beckford's been kept fairly quiet tonight. Maybe he might suddenly spark into life as Reggie Morris gets the ball fed through. And Asamoah will gratefully receive it.
Presented.
5 minutes. We've had extra here at the end of the 90. Montagu takes the throw quickly, goes back to Goodyear in goal. It's been a dramatic night, hasn't it? Landra Owesu unfortunately went off injured for West Ham, so Tommy Goodyear has come on. West Ham will be grateful they do name the substitute goalkeeper. I know a lot of clubs don't. Boreham Wood, I cover quite a bit. They never name a goalkeeper on the bench. And now Aston Villa with a chance to win it right at the end. Oh, and everybody missed it. It came off his back heel. I don't really think he knew anything about it. His body was facing the other way, and it's a bit of a let-off there for West Ham. Here's Alfie Linsky. Any mistake now, and it could be all over. Here's Ramsey now for Aston Villa. A little bit of space to work with on the right side. It's gone to the edge of the D. Can't get a shot away. It's going to be picked up by Morris, who knocks the ball into the path of Joel Kerr. Joel Kerr going toe-to-toe now with Finlay Barnard over on the right-hand side. Keeps possession with the Hammers. Late stages here. Maybe one time for one last chance. Surely, if anything happens here, if the ball finds its way into the back of net, it will be over. Reggie Morris. Dyke. Back to Montagu, trying to get it into the path of Andre Dyke, who's no stranger to last-minute winners. And it runs straight through to Asamoah. We have played 7 minutes of added time here at the Rush Green Stadium. Surely we are seconds away from going to extra time and a potential penalty shootout. Wow, what an evening, what a game. That is it. An extra time and potentially penalties is needed to settle this tie. West Ham and Aston Villa can't be separated. It's 1-1 after the 90 here, and we go to extra time. Wow. Stay with us, everybody. Do not go anywhere, because we've got extra time coming up. We have to have a winner tonight. Wow, what a game that was. Jepta Medine sent off, and then Oliver Binley sent off for Aston Villa. A dramatic final 10 minutes of the game here. Well, who's going to win it, everybody? Let me know in that live chat. I want to hear from you guys tonight. Are you sticking around as well for this? Really do appreciate your company tonight. It's going to be a long evening, but what a great evening it is proving so far. We're going to stay on, because coming up very, very shortly is going to be extra time, or the first half of it anyway. Give you a quick opportunity to actually do a bit of loan watching for you as well, for some of the West Ham Academy players who are currently on their travels up and down the country and around the world as well. George Earthy, a player we all know very well, has played for the West Ham men's senior side. He's actually on loan at the minute at Bristol City. Bristol City got thumped on Friday night 5-0 at home by Derby County, but Earthy didn't play any of that game. Junior Robinson, he's on loan at Boreham Wood. Boreham Wood is a club I do very well indeed. Sorry, I was just having a look at a note from a producer of mine over here. Junior Robinson is on loan at Boreham Wood. I was actually at Boreham Wood on Saturday for the game against Boston. That was a fiery affair as well. Boreham Wood ended up down to 9 men, 2 players sent off in that game. Robinson came on in the 83rd minute. But Boreham Wood falling to a 2-1 defeat. Mason Terry, he's on loan at Braintree in the National League. He played the full 90 minutes in the 2-1 home win against Eastleigh. Gideon Kojua played 89 minutes of Luton's home win over Blackpool as well. So we are just waiting to get things back underway here at the Rush Green Stadium.
You ready? Let's go.
We've got 1,248 of you tuning in now, and I need you to give you recommendations for what I should have to eat now after this game, whilst we've got a bit of a break. We're not coming off air, so keep me company, everybody. The answer to the other quiz question as well, but I didn't give the answer to it, did I? There have been 5 winners of this competition. Only 5 sides have ever won the Under-18 Premier League Cup. Who are they? They are, of course, West Ham, who are the defending champions. Manchester United won it in 2024. Tottenham won it in 2023. Chelsea have won it twice. They won it in 2022 and 2018. And Manchester City have won it twice in 2019 and 2020. So we are just waiting for things to get back underway. Let me know in that live chat, by the way, who you think is the player of the match. Who has impressed you the most in that 90 minutes? If you're a West Ham fan, tell me your Hammers player of the match. If you're an Aston Villa fan, who has impressed you the most from Aston Villa? Peter Chelmsford says, fish and chips. Now that is a good shout. And Peter, fish and chips with curry sauce is the best. Absolute the best. Right, the players are making their way back onto the pitch very, very slowly. You can probably tell I'm doing my utmost here to fill. Just a quick reminder, of course, of some of the action that we have coming up for you as well. The West Ham men's senior side head to Burnley this Saturday. I'll come back to that shortly because I'm just seeing this change here because Thomas Jonler, he's going to come on now. So Jonler and Tyrone Amatoya have both come on for West Ham United. Amatoya scored the 95th minute winner in that Under-17 Premier League Cup win for West Ham. He also scored against Ipswich this season. Joined West Ham at Under-9 level. And Jonler on the pitch, a 17-year-old left-sided defender. He's actually a Lithuania youth international, is Thomas Jonler. Joined West Ham at Under-14 level. And he made his West Ham Under-18s debut when he was just 15 years old. So it's going to be Aston Villa to get us back underway. We go again. Extra time is needed to settle this tie in the Under-18 Premier League Cup quarter final here. More action coming up, and we still have 1,122 of you tuning in for this one. Thank you so much for staying with us this evening here at the Rush Green Stadium. Here is Leon Roof now for Aston Villa. Quick reminder, both sides down to 10 men as well. Teddy Bloomfield picking up the ball there for Aston Villa. Medine sent off for West Ham, and Oliver Bindley showing a straight red for Aston Villa. So this is Teddy Bloomfield, player of the match. Yeah, hard to disagree with that one actually. The number 3 for Aston Villa had a very, very good game indeed. The man who joined from Ipswich Town, proving to be a very, very capable player indeed. Ball is played forward, headed back into the heart of midfield by the Villains. Here is Leon Ruth again. He's seen an awful lot more of the ball in the second half than he did the first. It's a delicious ball over to Bloomfield on this left side. Bloomfield, we've just heard, is a vote for player of the match. Let me know who you think it should be. Fletcher Boyd switching it to the right side. It was Neil Hewish just nudging it a few yards forward. And Aston Villa happy to take their time now as we've reset. 1-1 and 10v10. Someone's just had liver, bacon, onions, mushrooms, red pepper cooked in red wine with coconut rice. The ball comes into the box from Aston Villa. It's cleared. I hate mushrooms. I hate mushrooms with a passion. So there is no way I would be having that at all. But I appreciate you letting us know what you've had for dinner. Sausage in batter, chips in a curry sauce, Robert. Yes, absolutely. Peter says, need to make home advantage count like the first team. Hold on a minute. Well, we are here at the Rush Green Stadium, and West Ham are trying to round home the advantage now as they're working the ball into the box. It's a golden opportunity, still working the way in. Was that a pushover? No. Referee just waves it away. He's not interested at all as Azamota looks for an outlet for Aston Villa. Let's have another look at this. Well, it's Omatoya making an immediate impact since coming on. There is Connor Brooks charging into the box. Was that a late challenge by Lennon Melhuish? Well, the referee says no, but we're going to have, looks like West Ham have got a free kick just outside the edge of the D. A corner, sorry, apologies, a corner there. I was just having my eye on there. Can't quite see that. Difficult to see that right corner flag. Well, here's Jonla, the substitute for West Ham, who's going to take this. Best weather we've had of the evening now. It's actually turning, dare I say, reasonably pleasant. So, lovely delivery into the back, and it's gone in! It's gone into the back of the net! But the referee has waved it away. And Asamoah gets us going straight away again. Well, let's have another look. I'm just looking at the screen now. I'm seeing exactly what you're all seeing now. Was that given for a handball? I thought that came off the Aston Villa player. The ball came into the box. I think it might have been given for a handball, you know. I think that's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, we are back underway. Well, a huge moment. West Ham have the ball in the back of the net. I thought it was going to count. Now, not confirmed, but from my own eyes, I think it might have been chalked off potentially for a handball, which is outrageously harsh, as I think it actually ricocheted off the Aston Villa player. But we're back underway. It is 1-1, so work to do for both sides still. It's been a very good game. Two very evenly matched sides, two very good sides having a proper battle under the floodlights here at the Rush Green Stadium. This is what football's all about. Unfortunately, one of these two sides has to lose tonight. Well, 95 minutes of the extra time played so far. Here is Harry Montague now. And a busy boy, Montague, with the under-17s as well. The number 2 tonight for West Ham. We're back with Callum Leacock. Now it's switched over to the left side with Emmanuel Vijukwu. 15-year-old, scored against Southampton last time out. Oh, how he would like to get on the score sheet again this evening. Well, neither side has really dominated possession this evening. And one side has had a spell of possession, then it's for a few minutes. The other side has then taken it on and passing the ball across the back lines into the midfield, waiting, trying to create the outlet. And unfortunately there, it's Thomas Jonla who's offside. We're going to have another look at this now. That was the corner actually from Thomas Jonla. In it comes, and I think that is the handball. And that's why it's been chalked off. So West Ham, ball in the back of the net, but chalked off for a handball.
Yeah, if it goes in the air, you can go. Go, just creep, that's fine.
It's the second time now that West Ham have been taken to extra time in a cup tie. 4 games. 2-2 draw with Everton in the FA Youth Cup. Unfortunately, the shootout wasn't a great one for West Ham. Everton winning it by 3-0 up at Goodison Park. Great experience though for these players to play at Goodison Park. It was a wonderful, glorious evening. I've never been to Goodison Park before, but West Ham now getting the ball into the box. It might not even come to a penalty shootout. And a Villa player was there, right place, right time. Jonla dinks it back in over the top, but it's headed away. Here is Vijukwu now. 15 years of age. Unbelievable, isn't it? What were you all doing at 15? In fact, don't tell me in that live chat. I don't want to know. There's Jack McGrath holding onto the ball really. Maybe just held onto it for a little bit too long, but he had Max Jenner there to help him out. Here's Teddy Bloomfield. Linsky now for Aston Villa. A bit of space on the right side. Fletcher Boyd wants it, the number 8. Just see Leon Roof there moving into a little bit of space. Boyd trying to play a little dinky 1-2, but West Ham have got the box flooded with Pirate shirts, and it's been brought out of play by Connor Brooks, the former Concord Rangers man. Advantage being played, and Brooks can bring it forward now. Still Connor Brooks. There is Dyke on the right hand side. Dyke in a good bit of space here. Ruth gets over quickly. Dyke just looked a little bit slow there, which is unlike him. Just seen off camera Teddy Bloomfield just stretching out his calves and hamstrings a little bit. Some of these players have started to feel this now. It has been a very good game, an intense game. Any mistake. It's been a game of few mistakes actually. The possession play has been very good. Bloomfield pumping the ball forward into the path of Mead. McGrath is in space over on the left hand side now. Bloomfield wants it, but it's going to be a free kick now in a very dangerous place for Aston Villa. We haven't really seen a free kick or a dead ball situation all night from a position, a real goal scoring opportunity. It's Jack McGrath who's putting the ball down here for Aston Villa. 3 goals in the Under-18 Premier League Cup already. Alfie Linsky stood there as well. He's the number 10. Maybe he might fancy this one. Alfie Linsky is a local Aston Villa boy.
Mark in, switch on, ready Connor, ready Thomas.
Looks like it's going to be McGrath to me, although Linsky's taking a longer run up. It is McGrath who gets the shot in, but there's not enough sting on it to trouble Tommy Goodyear in goal. We're talking to local boys too. Aston Villa, I had a little look at the local area, and an area I know very well, which you can actually see from Villa Park, Spaghetti Junction, the road network there. If you've ever crossed that and navigated that, well done. It's where the M6, the A38 and the A5 127 meet. What a stretch of road that is. I also found out that the King Edward VI Aston School is very close by. And Sir Henry Thomas, who's the keeper of books at the British Library, attended school there in Aston. There you go, a bit of useless information for you. Nick Timothy, a former Downing Street Chief of Staff, went to school there as well at Aston in Birmingham. John does so well to keep the ball in, just battling with it as substitute. Oh, it's deemed to. Oh, it's going to be a free kick.
Yes, Marky. It's a corner.
I think he might have just given a free kick for just tugging John back a little bit. The number 12, that's Cole Ramsey. Thomas John going toe-to-toe, 2 substitutes as well. Yeah, he did have his arms around him and a bit of a shirt tug there as well, just for good measure. So the free kick certainly warranted here. Here's a big opportunity now for West Ham. Look at the shirts flooding the box. You can see Tyrone Amatoya is in there. Reggie Morris is lurking in there. Joel Kerr, Andre Dyke. And captain Callum Leacock has come in as well. Up it goes. It goes to Leacock. It gets the head. And oh my word, was that a post or was that a save? Because if that was a save, that was sensational from Asamoah. Oh, free kick for Aston Villa. Let's have another look at this. And again, my heart rate has just gone from resting up to about 120 in the space of a split second. Leacock who got the head in. And it was Asamoah. Owen Asamoah for Aston Villa with a wonderful reactionary save there. Well, credit where credit's due. That was brilliant from the Aston Villa keeper.
Move together! Move for the game!
Well, another big moment. Well, West Ham are certainly not going to give this one up, are they? They want it. They want it bad. They've had the ball in the back of the net in this first section of extra time, but it was chalked off for a handball. And then a absolutely brilliant save by Owen Asamoah. Saw it right at the end, the reactions from the 17-year-old, the man who joined Aston Villa from Arsenal in 2024, has just pulled off a bit of a worldie there.
Lower Jack, lower! Oh, you're not jumping in, Jack! Stay, Jack!
It's still so difficult to call, isn't it? If you are just tuning in, hello, good evening and welcome. You are joining us on an absolute rip-roarer of a game tonight in the quarter-final of the Under-18 Premier League Cup. So my name's Ian Waterhouse. Thank you, all of you, for tuning in. I hope you're going to stick with us right to the very end tonight as well. Here's Leon Ruth over on the left side for Aston Villa. Gets a good ball into the box, but it's cleared away, and it's going to be surely dealt with by Harry Montague. Block comes in, but it's going to be possession with West Ham United deep inside their own half. Let's have another look at this. Well, this was the free kick from Thomas Johnny. It was Callum Leacock. You could see exactly what he was trying to do, absolute pinpoint, and Asamoah saw it so late. I've given him a lot of credit. I don't think there was a lot of venom on the ball, but he still had to react quickly to make the save.
In, Thomas!
West Ham get his back on the way with a throw deep inside their own half, though. Dangerous position because Jack McGrath picks it up, works his way into the box. Now it falls to Mead, switches it over to the right side, but now it's going to come out with West Ham. Is this an opportunity to break? We've got seconds left of the first section of extra time. And it was Amatoya who's gone down under the challenge. It is going to be a yellow card here for Alfie Linsky. He can turn his back to the referee all he likes, but he is still going to be shown a yellow card. I have to say, the game has changed ever so slightly since Bradley Burrows has come off for Aston Villa. I don't know what you all think in the live chat. The number 7, the goal scorer for Aston Villa in the first half, he was lightning fast. I can't help but think maybe it might have been a precaution, he might have picked up a knock or something, but West Ham have grown in confidence, and they've looked the better side of West Ham in extra time so far.
Give it to him! Go, T! T! Go! Closer! Go!
Amatoya has looked bright since coming on as well for the Hammers, and there we go, the first half of extra time comes to a close, and we are still locked together at one piece. 15 minutes of on-field action to go, and then, if needed, a penalty shootout. Well. 1,476 of you tuning in right now. Thank you so much. Do get your comments coming in as well. I can see a lot of you with your... Tony Hammer says the save wasn't that good. It was right next to him. I think it was more just a reaction, Tony. As I said, I don't think there was a huge amount of venom on the ball from Leacock, but he had to quickly get his hand into position quickly. And of course, with the jeopardy on the game, he had to do it. Bossman says Burrows man of the match, electric. Yeah, I do actually think Aston Villa have looked ever so slightly weaker since Burrows has come off the pitch. Somebody's got a Man United v West Ham final prediction. Yeah, just a quick reminder, the other quarterfinals. One quarterfinal's already been played in the Under-18 Premier League Cup. Bristol City 0, Tottenham Hotspurs 3. So Tottenham are one of the names in the last 4. It will be Peterborough against Crystal Palace in one of the other quarterfinals, but that's not going to be played until the 17th of February. And West Bromwich Albion against Manchester United is the other quarter-final. We've got 15 minutes left of on-field action, and if it stays like this, we will go to penalties. Reminder for you Hammers fans, the men's senior team travel to Burnley this Saturday in the Premier League for a 3 o'clock kickoff. The women are at home against Brighton and Hove Albion in the Women's Super League this Sunday for a 12 o'clock kickoff. The under-21s in action this Friday night in Premier League 2 away at Fulham. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff. You can also watch that one live on the West Ham YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, if you want to make sure you don't miss it, please do hit that subscribe button. The under-18s as well, they'll be quite grateful for this because they're not in action now until Valentine's Day, 14th of February in the under-18 Premier League South. At home against Leicester City, that will be a 12 o'clock kickoff. Ironically as well, Aston Villa's next game for the under-18s is also against Leicester City. That's away though this Saturday. That'll be an 11 o'clock kickoff for you Villa fans tuning in and watching this game right now. Mark Pendleton's asked what's happened to Awesu, the West Ham United goalkeeper. Unfortunately, in the second half, Mark here, he did take a bit of a knock. He went off injured. Tommy Goodyear is now in goal. And we are about to get underway. Well, is this going to be settled in the next 15 minutes? Or are we going to need to settle it from the spot? It's going to be Joel Kerr who's going to get his back underway, and West Ham have made all of their substitutions now. So John Le, Goodyear, Brooks, Amatoya and Kerr are all on the pitch. I'll just wait for the referee to be happy and then we'll get back underway. The Cat says Amatoya's pace and trickery could unlock it for us in this second period. Yeah, he has looked electric. David has said, I've been really enjoying this stream. Thank you, David. Thanks for coming along. West Ham fans, Aston Villa fans, it's been a pleasure having you here on the West Ham United YouTube channel tonight. Thank you to all of you. Like I say, we do welcome the away supporters as well. So Villa fans, you've been more than welcome tonight. It is a safe place to come and watch a little bit of football on a Tuesday evening under the lights here at the Rush Green Stadium. Thank you so much to all of you for tuning in, and I've really started to get to know quite a lot of you as well, so it's been an absolute pleasure. Weather's been pretty dreadful tonight, but we wouldn't have anything else, would we? What's better than a bit of football under the lights on a Tuesday night? Montague pick up the ball for West Ham. Well, if you are just tuning in as well, Mark, I don't know how much of the game you've seen, but both sides are down to 10 players because for West Ham United, Jepton Medine was booked in the first half for a dive inside the box, which is questionable whether it was or not. But then in the second half, he was given a second yellow card and obviously a red for tugging back Lennon Mel Hewish. And then we had a bit of a, shall we say, a handbag moment for tempers flaying a little bit, shall we say. And Oliver Binley was shown a straight red card for Aston Villa. So it's 1-1 on the scoreline and 10v10 on the pitch here at the Rush Green Stadium.
Like it, Joe! Like it!
West Ham have now scored in the last 15 in all competitions.
Go on, team! Go on, team!
They've now had 10 wins, and 14 now, including tonight, in all competitions as well. West Ham currently sit 4th in the Under-18 Premier League South. If you're looking to get back to a bit of league action, we do have a Aston Villa player just down in the box at the minute. So we're going to have a brief pause in place. Still down on the ground. It's just stretching out a bit of cramp, it looks like. Let's have another look. Charging forward. That's Rodrigo Fortes over there. That's just a look actually at the corner that's about to come up for West Ham United. Rodrigo Fortes has come on as well, of course, for the Villains. He actually started in that 4-1 defeat. The ball comes in. It's almost finds Furucci at the back post. As I was saying, yes, Rodrigo Fortes for Aston Villa is Portuguese, which has been capped by Portugal under 19. Couple of caps for them, joined in the summer of 2024 as an 18-year-old. Boiled over a couple of times in this game. It's been a feisty affair tonight at the Rush Green Stadium. It's been a thoroughly enjoyable game, though. Fortes with the throw straight to Finlay Barnard, and also for Aston Villa, they've made all of their changes, bar Reece Oakley, who is the backup goalkeeper. Could we have another penalty shootout? The ball is played over the top, over to the right-hand side. Here is Fortes, does well to keep it in. Oh my word! What a save that is by... Oh, that is remarkable. Absolutely remarkable by Tommy Goodyear. And great defending by Callum Leacock right at the end. But Tommy Goodyear, let's have another look at this. Well, I gave Owen Asamoah a lot of credit in the first half of extra time for that save, but I think this is even better. It comes across. Oh, that is absolutely brilliant. It's Marky Mead. I think he thought the net was going to burst there. His eyes lit up. He probably thought he'd won it for Aston Villa. And then teaming up with Callum Leacock, he gets the vital block right at the end. Well, Tommy Goodyear, take a bow, because that was brilliant. Yeah, and I can see in the comments as well. Troy, wow. Harry Monk, wow. You Leslie, what a save. Peter, brilliant save. Toby, what just happened? Yes. Well, we are being treated to a spectacle tonight. And look at this as well. It is... that was Cole Ramsey. Callum Leacock putting his body on the line. Fujikwa's just down on the ground at the minute. I think he might just be suffering from a little bit of cramp. Just a reminder, West Ham have got no more substitutes. They've made all of their subs now. So John Lowe, Goodyear, Brooks, Amatoy and Kerr are all on the pitch. And Aston Villa have also made all of their changes, bar Reece Oakley, who is the backup goalkeeper tonight for the Villains. Referee's just... a couple of West Ham players instructed the referee here. I'm not quite sure. I think he's asking for Fujikwa to go off the pitch. We know that rather frustrating rule that we have. So Fujikwa is going to be off the pitch for this corner now for Aston Villa. So they'll be... Aston Villa are now down temporarily down to 9 players, and they've got to defend this corner from Aston Villa. In it comes. It's a good delivery, but I think Goodyear got there first. There's been an offence in there somewhere, and it's going to be a free kick for West Ham. Well, Andrew West Ham 8442 says mad save and great block. Oh yes. Freshfielder says great save and block. Peter Chelmsford says well defended. That defending, what a block from West Ham network. West Ham trying to break through, but Asamoah picks up the ball. Well, what have you made of tonight, everybody? I've had a great time, I really have. It's been an absolute treat and pleasure commentating on this one tonight. My name's Ian Wartails. I'll be back with you all on Friday night for the game against Fulham for the under-21. So if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button here on the West Ham United YouTube channel to make sure you don't miss it. That's a 7 o'clock kickoff in Premier League 2. It's at Motspur Park, the Fulham training ground. Really nice place, Motspur Park. I've been there a couple of times as well. Really old school, old-fashioned. Oh, and Leon Roof here. A little bit of trouble with the referee. Looks like he's going to have his name put into the book. My heart skipped a beat there because I don't know about you, I saw a flash of red, but it's a yellow card, so I'm not so sure what he's done to have deserved a red card. But Leon Roof finds his name in the book, just pulled back, didn't he? Yeah, definitely not a red, but pulled back Joel Kerr there. And here's an opportunity now for West Ham. It's end-to-end this extra time has been some of the most exciting football I've seen for a long time. Tony Hammer says both teams have given everything in awful conditions. Do you know what they have? Full credit to West Ham, full credit to Aston Villa. I almost don't want either side to actually have to lose this game, but unfortunately, as Asamoah gets a fist to it, only one can go through. But I've been mightily impressed by Aston Villa tonight, and I'm sure Aston Villa fans, and certainly for the under-18s, gained a few extra fans this evening as well. John switches it over onto the right-hand side. It's been a brilliant tussle by two fantastic teams tonight. Almost two sides worthy of being in the final, really. It's been brilliant. But here is Omatoya. Gets the ball into the danger zone, but it's found an Aston Villa head. It's Kerr with a little bit of skill inside the box, but Villa managed to clear their lines. We are creeping ever closer to a penalty shootout here at the Rush Green Stadium, but not just yet. Here's Jonla now for West Ham, trying to feed it over onto the right side. It does go to Dyke. It's still Andre Dyke. Gets the shot in, but it's blocked. And Ramsey picks up the ball for Aston Villa. Gives it to Linsky. Dispossessed though by Reggie Morris. Reggie Morris, what an engine, the number 6 for West Ham tonight. Goes down under the challenge, draws in the foul, wins the free kick from Alfie Linsky.
Yes, Marty.
Right, football editor Teddy says, really want a shout out. Do you want a shout out or a shootout? Football editor, you're probably going to get both. I've just given you a shout out, so there's a fair chance we might have a shootout in a minute. Thank you to WNOG, says fantastic commentator, very unbiased. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I'll call it as I see it, and I've got to say it's very even game, but there can only be one winner, and there has to be a winner tonight. Somebody is going to go and get themselves dumped out of this competition this evening. Only one can go through to the semi-finals of the Under-18 Premier League Cup. And it's headed away. And it's going to go out for a corner for West Ham. 5 minutes to go. David Freedom says commentator should be hired by Sky Sports because he does such a great job. Oh, David, thank you. I agree, by the way. Here's John Linnell, corner for the Hammers. It's just going to take a moment, isn't it? Just something. It comes into the box. It's a little bit of a scramble, but Aston Villa managed to clear it away temporarily. Ball was pitched into the face there. I think it was of Jack McGrath putting his face on the line there in the cause for Aston Villa. Connor Brooks gives it back to John Lowe. He's got such a lovely delivery. This time it's whipped all the way through, and Fortes is going to pick it up for Aston Villa. And at the minute, it's all West Ham, isn't it? The ball camped firmly in the Aston Villa half at the minute with 4 to go on the clock before a penalty shootout.
Has to stay there, can't come round.
There's still time here on the clock. There's a few tired players out there now here at the Rush Green Stadium. Here's Omatoya. He's not one of them though. He's number 15 for West Ham. Came on in the second half, the substitute. Very, very bright player is Omatoya. 17 years old he is. Been at West Ham since the under-9s level. Bit of a home hero. The ball's fed through and Omatoya trying to pick it up, but Villa player, I can't see who it was, did really, really well to hit the ball away. He's actually win the throw for his side as well. Here is Fortes now to Finlay Barnard. Well, Aston Villa fans tuning in, who's going to be stepping up to take the penalties for you? let me know. And everybody, who has been your player of the match? Give me one for West Ham, give me one for Aston Villa. We don't actually have any say, by the way. It's not official if we say who it is. It's not one of these. It's not one of these Sky Sports things where the commentators get to choose. I don't get anything. But here is Roof now over on the left side. The ball working its way forward into the West Ham half now. Shouts of offside, and he's just been caught as Marky Mead. We've got Michael is watching. Great to have you along, Michael, watching from Ireland. Great to have you tonight. Tony Hammer says great commentary. And where is Mark Phillips tonight? I think he's still recovering, Tony, from the drive back from the northeast last night. Because we're up at Bishop Auckland for the Middlesbrough game for the under-21s, 3-3 that particular night. And straight back into the action with the under-18 this evening. Under-21s action this Friday away at Fulham, 7 o'clock kickoff live on the West Ham United YouTube channel. Make sure you tune in for that one. I'll be here on commentary for that one as well. Callum Leacock, the captain, we've got moving into our last minute of on-field main action. And this could well be it. This could be the last meaningful attack of the game. Natoya, it's going to be a throw deep inside the Aston. We'll have a great tackle there by Rodrigo Fortes for Aston Villa. Guitar, Matt B says Bradley Burrows man of the match for his performance, or possibly Teddy Bloomfield. Yeah, I do think those two for Aston Villa. Aston Villa have just lost a slight edge ever since Burrows went off. Free kick. Well, surely this is it now. Surely this is going to be the last chance of the game. It's in a dangerous position. Reggie Morris doing well to draw in the foul. Callum Leacock puts the ball down, but we know John Lure is our dead ball specialist on the pitch right now for West Ham, and it's going to be left for the number 12. Well, this would be dramatic, wouldn't it? This would be something. This would be a moment to savour forever. If Thomas John Lure can put this in the back of the net, is he going to go for it, or is he going to dink one into the box? He loads up. John Lure has a go as well. It whips all his way through. It's palmed it back into the box, but well cleared quickly by Aston Villa. And I have a feeling that might be just about that here. And the ball goes out. And there we go. Well, after 120 minutes of football, West Ham and Aston Villa cannot be separated. It's been two brilliant teams, two excellent teams going toe to toe. And the only way we can decide it is via a penalty shootout. So who is it going to be? Well, what a brilliant game we have seen. Please do stick around with this, everybody. We've got 1,722 of you tuning in right now. And this quarter-final tie for the Under-18 Premier League Cup is going to be settled from the spot. Well, I wonder if there's a few nervous players down there on the pitch right now. West Ham's last penalty shootout was a 3-0 defeat against Everton in the FA Youth Cup up at Goodison Park. It was only 3 games ago as well, so it might be fresh in the memory. But they might view this as a chance to right a wrong. A year ago, West Ham got through Manchester United at the quarter-final stage of this tournament, and then the Hammers went on to win the Under-18 Premier League Cup, their first triumph in the competition. And Thomas Goodyear is the man between the sticks for the Hammers. Didn't start the games. You're just tuning in. Lanra Ewesu was the original goalkeeper tonight for West Ham, but in the second half he went off injured. But Tommy Goodyear pulled off one of the most remarkable saves you are likely to see at any level of football in the second half to deny Aston Villa a winner. And Callum Leacock, the captain, heads over to the referees to just shake a few hands. Now Teddy Bloomfield heads on over. Picked up the armband after Woody Burgess went off. And just a couple of explanations of the formalities. I'm pretty certain all the boys know how a penalty shootout works by now, but we have to go through these. Peter John says, I hope you've only got a short drive home, unlike the long one last night. Yeah, it's a lot. 260 miles it was last night. I'm pleased to say it's a lot shorter tonight. Well, thank you all of you as well. 1,678 of you right now tuning in. We are about to get underway. It's Jack McGrath is going to take the first penalty for Aston Villa. So it's McGrath up against Goodyear. We're going to get straight into the action. A penalty shootout to decide the quarter-final of the Under-18 Premier League Cup. And here we go. It's Jack McGrath. He steps up on his right foot and calmly slots it home. And Aston Villa take a 1-0 lead here in the penalty shootout. The first penalty is converted calmly by Jack McGrath for Aston Villa. Well, it's Joel Kerr now, the number 16 stepping up first. Joel Kerr. Scored 2 goals already in this competition. Can he convert from the spot? Kerr against Asamoah. A long run up. Kerr steps up and scores a low drive into the back of the net, and it's 1-1 after 1 penalty apiece. Well, up next it's Marky Mead. Mead, who got a hat-trick against Newcastle in the 7-1 group phase win in the Premier League Cup. Mead up against Goodyear. Very short run up it looks like for Marky Mead. Steps up. Oh, it's saved! Goodyear guesses right, gets down low and makes the save. And I'll tell you so, we have a little bit of controversy going on here because Asamoah is remonstrating with the linesman over on the far side, adamant that Goodyear dived early. What is going to happen here? I think it would be very, very harsh, wouldn't it? Because Marky Mead attempted to dummy, although I can tell you straight away, the ball has been put down on the spot by Tyrone Omatoya, so it's going to stand. It's advantage West Ham. Omatoya steps up and scores. Asamoah guessed the right way, but it's big advantage now to West Ham United. They lead this penalty shootout 2-1 after 2 penalties apiece. Had a bit of a controversial moment there, didn't we? But now it's Alfie Linsky stepping up for Aston Villa here. Really needs to score this. Yet to score in the Under-18 Premier League Cup this season, Alfie Linsky. Oh, calmly slots it in the right side centre. And Aston Villa convert. They've scored 2 of their 3 penalties here. And here's Thomas Johnler now stepping up for West Ham United up against Asamoah. He could give West Ham, keep the advantage. It's quite simple. If West Ham score all their penalties from here, they win. Jonler steps up. Oh, calmly slots it into the bottom right-hand corner. Look at what it means to him. He fist pumps the air. It's West Ham 3, Aston Villa 2 after 3 penalties apiece. And now it's Rodrigo Fort stepping up, the substitute tonight for Aston Villa. Nervous moment for these young players, handling the pressure well. Forts steps up. On his left foot, and oh, because you almost got there. But Fort scores. 3-3. But Aston Villa have taken 4 penalties. West Ham have converted all 3 of theirs. It's going to be Reggie Morris now for the Hammers. Well, Reggie Morris here. He steps up. This could be a big moment. Morris. Oh, scores. Bottom right-hand corner. Cool as you like from Reggie Morris. And it's quite simple. If Aston Villa miss the next penalty or Goodyear saves it, the Hammers go through to the semi-final. West Ham scoring all 4 of theirs after 4 penalties apiece. It's West Ham United 4, Aston Villa 3 in the shootout. And it's Cole Ramsey, the younger brother of Jacob Ramsey, who's going to step up, and he has to score. Ramsey v Goodyear. He steps up and scores. And Villa stay alive for a moment longer. So, West Ham now have a chance. And who else but Andre Dyke to take it? A scorer in the game tonight. 14 in all competitions this season. He is the Hammers under-18's top goal scorer this season. Andre Dyke to send West Ham into the semi-finals of the under-18 Premier League Cup. Or Asamoah to take us to sudden death. Dyke steps up. Oh, and he scores! And West Ham make it through to the semi-finals of the under-18 Premier League Cup. Asamoah guessed the right way. I think he might have got a hand to it as well, but he can't keep it out. And look at what it means to West Ham United. The defence of the crown is still on for the Hammers. It is finished 1-1, but on a penalty shootout, West Ham United win it 5-4. Well, you've got to feel a bit for Aston Villa. They've played their part tonight in an absolutely scintillating affair. Let's just have another look at Dyke's penalty. Asamoah got so close to it for Aston Villa. Let's have another look at it. He got a hand to it, didn't he? But there's Tommy Goodyear at the back racing away. He's certainly been the hero tonight. Dyke scores in open play and he scores from the penalty spot. It's handshakes all around for both teams, but it is the Hammers who progress to the last 4 of the under-18 Premier League Cup. It's been a dramatic night. Thank you to all of you for tuning in as well. Congratulations to West Ham. Commiserations to Aston Villa. Can I just say what a pleasure it has been commentating on this game tonight. 2 superb teams, by the way. Aston Villa, I think, have won quite a few new fans this evening as well. Have certainly played your part in a brilliant game. There is certainly no shame in this defeat at all. It's been a superb game of football. Thank you, all of you, for tuning in. Don't forget, we're back live again this Friday for the under-21s as they face Fulham away at Motspur Park. 7 o'clock kickoff for that one. We'll be live from about 6:50. I'll be on commentary for that one. My name's been Ian Waterhouse. I've been your commentator tonight. As ever, it has been an absolute honour and privilege to be able to commentate on these games. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all on Friday night. But the Hammers progress to the semi-finals of the Under-18 Premier League Cup. Thanks for watching.